This is Jonah Hill, and you're listening to the only podcast that matters.
Bro gang, I don't say this every week, but I especially mean it this week. We are joined by the bearded big baller, the Prince of Pods, the Don Dada of the Dirty, the Brad Miller mogul, the multimedia maestro, the alpha of the A, Baron of the Berks, king of the court, co-host of the No Dunks podcast, Trey Kerby.
I love it. I love it. I've been waiting so long to hear what my intro would be. I've been waiting for such a long time. And I just, honestly, I wish I could live that moment again.
Throwing Fits super fan Trey Kerby.
We're going to get into ourselves we're going to talk about ourselves for approximately 2.5 hours, about 2.5 hours from now. But when did you become a fan of the previous podcast endeavor that shall not be named?
I'm even before that. I'm talking tumblers. I remember when Lawrence was wearing bean boots. I remember when Lawrence was recommending people go to Target and buy a denim shirt. We're talking old school. I don't know. I was back then. I kept up with the fashion bros. I participated in the... Yeah, exactly. RIP. We got a lot of RIPs in our past, all of us here.
This whole show is a eulogy for IP that has long been
That's forgotten. Exactly right.
We put the IP in RIP.
Episode Trey, title, in 5 minutes. We got it. We're professionals.
And Trey, you big dicked us as soon as you joined the Zoom with the fucking professional rig because are you the first professional podcaster we've had on the show? I think so. I want to say.
What about David S. Portnoy?
Yeah, I guess so.
Well, you've had some monster voices in my realm of the internet as well. Come on, Big Cat is a sports podcaster, and that guy's like a monster.
That's true. Big Cat's huge. He brought.
But he never had a TV show for 6 years. You know what I'm saying?
Just 1 week.
One episode. For a pilot. No, but what are you saying, James? He brought 1,800 to our live? Is that
he brought 1,800 very confused stoolies to a live with a very stoned Chuck.
I was there. I was watching. I was part of that moment. It was exciting. There's no doubt about it. It's the IG live is killing it. I don't know if we got to save about talking how good Chuck is at running the IG live till later.
Wow.
It's becoming a part of my family life, unfortunately.
The longer you wait in the episode, the higher and more quiet Chuck's going to get. So if you want to engage with Chuck, shoot your shot early.
When you hear your family.
I love it.
No, it's a prestige. It's a new prestige franchise from a general prestige program, and we're just happy that you could be a part of it, Trey. You're in the extended.
I'd love to see the spinoffs. You got to be multi-platform. You got to be doing everything. People want to see your faces.
This is the season of the side mission. It's all side missions. That's all we're doing out here.
This is the Sultan of the side mission right here, Trey Kerby. And you've been a long requested guest. Not only have you been a fan, but people have been like, yo. Whenever they see us interacting and shit on socials, they're like, yo, Trey on the pod when?
You're a celeb, bro.
We always wanted to save it for when you were in New York or if we ever, made it down to Atlanta. But such is life these days. You know what I mean?
Now we're all everywhere, right? We're all connected.
I'd like to tell a story. The one time that I think the last time and the one time I ever kicked it with Trey in person, we were with Jeremy Kirkland, John Moy, whose birthday it just was, and John Moy's girlfriend at the time. We went to Lucky Strike.
R.I.P. You dead bitch.
Damn. Right? Yeah. So this is an iconic.
Wow, really? I'm so New York. I can't believe it. I got to get my tweets off. We got to pause this. Hold on. I got to go reminisce about something.
Yo, this was an iconic moment at an iconic institution at a time long gone by in this city. And all I remember was I hated John Moy's ex-girlfriend. That's all I remember. But Trey was cool. And we had a good time. But that was the last time we did this in person.
That to me was 2015 All-Star game. And I feel like it was Fashion Week probably as well at the same time.
February.
Yeah. That was a good time for sure. But your recollection is exactly the same as mine.
Yeah. Very just prestige shit across the board. Let's do
Trey and I have tried to kick it when I was in Atlanta filming some shit with a lot of rappers with a lot of guns. And then we tried to kick it when I was in Chicago we were both there for All-Star right before COVID shut everything the fuck down.
Where was Rap Camp? Was that in Atlanta?
That was LA.
Oh, okay.
This is some other shit.
There's no doubt. We've been circling each other for quite some time now, and
Circle the
now
drain,
is the time to
Sakamami.
circle back. Now's the time to finally hit that home run.
Dude, you already know it's fucking Drain Gang up in this bitch. You know what the fucking vibes are. Yeah, Trey. Let's do a fit check. I would ask you top down, bottom up, but come on, man. You know the fucking vibes.
No doubt. Bottom up. I'm gonna be honest. Who wears shoes inside their house? No one.
Dude, me. House shoes.
What? Okay. Wow. House shoes. If you're counting house shoes, well, I'm simply in the Benassi slide. It's a classic. It's a classic. It goes on and off. I gotta have it because I'm not getting splinters on the deck.
If Drake was a sandal, he would be a Benassi slide.
Slip and slide records.
Yeah, I think that's right. Yeah, the Benassi slide.
He works for everyone.
It's fine.
He works for everyone, and it's better than an Adelet. That's all.
I'm pretty sure I sold like 3,000 of those when I worked at Finish Line.
I bet you gave away more of them. That's the thing to me. It's like anytime you would like get a shoe, they're like, hey man, we'll just toss in a pair of slides. So it's like, I don't know. It's just like toilet paper. I feel like I've been hoarding Benassis for such a long time.
Wait, because you're on Nike Flow like that?
Time and time again, I'm on the basketball flow side, no doubt of it. Okay. So like my Jordan hookup gets me the new performance shoe every year. So I'm balling out when I'm going to open gym, but I'm not also seeing the off-whites, if you know what I'm saying.
Right, you're not taking
me. I can ask for a Justin Timberlake if I want to, and I want to. But usually it's more of the tech stuff.
Are you an asker or are you a receiver? Like, are you like, hey, these are sick. Like, do they run true to size? Hint, hint. Or do you have no shame like Lawrence? You're just like, yo, I'm a 9 or I'm a 10.
Whatever.
Here's my address. What type of?
I got medium shame. Shame in between. Like, I don't want to be asking, but I want to save up my non-asks for that one classic ask. Like when I really, really need it, I want to be able to say, hey,
what's the last?
Come to you.
What's the last pair of sneakers that you fucking bent the knee for?
He bent the knee to the plug
and sucked a dick.
Yeah, I plugged in what? That was the Jordan 3, the Timberlake 3 from last year. They were gold, they were orange, they were tan, and it's Timberlake, man. Timberlake's my dude. I can't.
Really?
Unfortunately, he's kind of blowing it now. He's blowing it now, but that's what happens when we all get older.
But when Future Sex Love Sounds dropped, it was a rap. It was a rap for all y'all.
I'm talking back to OG NSYNC days. We would get together for like our class pep rally or whatever, and you'd have to have some kind of performance. And I was always leading these performances. The most classic 2K1, of course. I mean, yes, a showman, certainly. I'm multi-dimensional, I'm multi-platform, and I got my boys together.
It says right here,
bye. It was
you're the multimedia mogul. You're the multimedia maestro.
Okay, I appreciate that because mogul status is a little elevated.
Were you doing like you were Hollywood before you even went Hollywood? Is what you're saying?
Were you doing like the bye like the shit on strings? Like
we're talking. I can't tell you how many times I watched their Saturday Night Live performance to learn like they're turning over choreographies. We got the different outfits for all the different guys, and it's all my friends who had no idea what they're doing. They're like, okay, well, we'll get together and learn some choreography.
Did you have the fucking crunchy pubes?
Oh yeah. JT? I've had every Justin Timberlake hairstyle there was.
The braids? You had the braids?
I had the braids, yeah. Senior year of high school.
Oh, my God.
It was, it was crazy. Canceled. I had a crazy look, a headband and braids.
Trey Kerby, canceled.
Cultural appropriation.
Exactly. I'm like, there's no way I would pull that off in 2020. But
you would come to Garcon.
If Timberlake was doing, oh, man. But yeah, I got some ridiculous pictures.
Timberlake's brand was William Rast, and that was bad, right?
I don't know that I ever even saw a piece of clothing from William Rast. I just heard it was out there.
I think it was supposed to be really like high end. And on like a double RL, I got my fucking little vest. I got my big old flare jeans, like a kind of.
Who was the designer? Who's the designer of that?
Gay bank robber type vibe, if I remember.
Okay. Yeah. Heron Preston did his merch. That's what it was.
Oh, that was separate. That was for the Man.
That was like Man in the Woods. Yeah.
But then there was the other NSYNC clothing line, which was who's the dude with the braids and the goggles?
Oh, Chris Kirkpatrick.
Yes, his Fu Man Skeeto.
Yeah, exactly right.
Wow.
That was like crazy. Some FUBU for white people, basically, from what I remember.
Trey, did you used to like pine for the brands? And we'll get to brands in a little bit. We're only on the slides, the house shoes of the Fit Check, but were you ever like into the brand started by NBA players? Like, Twism comes to mind from Shaquille O'Neal.
No, not when it was happening. Certainly not when it was happening. But now, like, I go back and I'll see like the 2000 dunk contest. Shaq is right there, like videotaping everything, and he's got a Dunk.net beanie on. I'm like, if I could find a Dunk.net beanie now, I would totally be into it. But back then, you're like, what is this? This is so ridiculous.
Or
you even have a brand,
the Jordan hard bottoms that you've been tweeting.
Ooh, now those I'm actually into now,
Bro.
Yeah.
Let's talk
that's
about
like
those.
such a weird look, huh?
Wait, Trey, what was that line called? Was there can you give us a rundown of what that high-end Jordan shit was? Like the lifestyle stuff, but like expensive, right?
Yeah, this is like probably even the seasons when he wasn't playing, in between Chicago and Washington, like where he was becoming like, businessman status. But he had to have the stuff that could take you from the hardwood to the boardroom. Are you kidding me, Michael Jordan? So we're talking like a leather jacket or like a Letterman's jacket that has like a very cool lapel on it,
Right.
Like it's
That's the
back.
classic.
Yo, it looks like
pops
Junior.
up as like a little Jordan thing. Yeah, it looks
like
crazy.
Junior, bro. It's like some crazy mixed media, but also it's like Junior, but like a small is equal to a triple X. It's just gigantic,
Oh, yeah. The amount of fabric is honestly ridiculous. But it's like at that time, he was putting out the shoes as well. And then he was putting off like all these, it's like, I think it's called the TWO 3 collection, 2-3 collection, whatever. And it's all supposed to be like their high-end stuff that's like made in Italy and like, like supposed to be like, ooh, you're getting a real premium product here. But it's like a Michael Jordan loafer. And like, it looks so ridiculous. But now that, now it's like the perfect spot. Right in between of like the post sneaker, the pre sneaker world. And if you could find these ugly loafers, they would be perfect right now.
It's like a high-low Vetma thing. It's like
that's crazy.
Terrible, but it
kind of looks like some Balenciaga shit.
Yes, exactly. It's some Demna shit. I will say, I remember speaking of made in Italy, wasn't famously, and I can ask my two sneakerheads, Chuck and Trey here. The Jordan 2 originally was made in Italy. That was the whole thing. The second Jordan.
Yeah.
I believe so.
Yeah, that's right.
Mama fucking me.
Who touching my spaghetti? All right, moving up. Socks. We doing socks or not?
Oh yeah,
I got socks on. I tie-dyed some old Supreme socks with my kids. Let them go crazy, and they turned out perfect. It's like, I don't know. These are better now than filthy old socks, and we killed 2 hours out of the day. What a beautiful project.
Happy for you.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
And the
moving
pantalones.
What do I got?
We doing the soccer shorts, the long shorts?
Oh, the capris, the man prees.
What, you guys don't fuck with capris?
No, that's a Jordan move. That's a Jordan move right there. That's like Jay-Z on the beach as well, like 2003 Jay-Z.
You're on your Rafa Nadal shit, dude.
Yeah.
I like to keep it trimmed down to right to the shin, I like people that still be able to see my fancy footwork with my ankles going back and forth.
Trim to the shin, baby.
Not today, though. Not today.
Wait, Trey, how tall are you?
6'5".
Oh, so you're a big boy.
Wow.
So you might be wearing some normie pants, but on you they're fucking Ibiza capris.
He's wearing cropped trousers, and then they just happen to look like man prees.
That's tough, man. I can't confidently order a cropped trouser because I'm like, this is going to come back looking ridiculous, and more often than not, it does. I have no regrets of wearing soccer short pants, whatever you want to call
short
them.
pants.
That's cool.
Soccer short pants.
Yeah,
but today, just sweat shorts, simple sweat shorts, Jordan Union sweat shorts.
Oh, nice.
Sample.
Ooh. Hey, James. I don't know if we can digitally high five, but we can try. Did you? Yeah, we got the ones.
Are they like the distressed like the hand distressed shits?
Yeah, exactly right. And it's pretty funny to me because
you're not going to do a twirl for us. You're not going to do a twirl.
I mean, you want me to do a twirl?
Let's see the cakes. Let's see the cakes,
go, baby. Let's go, King.
Let's see those 6'5" cakes.
That's the tough part. I'll stand on a chair.
Oh, he's gonna. Don't fall, Trey. Please don't fall.
Careful now.
I got incredible balance.
We don't have health insurance.
Look at that.
Nice.
Jump
man.
Nice job, jump man.
Thank you to the jump man. And I mean, you saw it, right? The balance was incredible. I wasn't lying.
Absolutely.
That was great.
That's right. This is an old Nike mock turtleneck tee.
Very nice.
North Carolina. We're talking
with the little check on the neck. I like that.
Little check on the neck. Yeah. This is legitimately my old vintage, like 94. Trim to the chin. Check on the neck. That's how I do it. Correct with the check on the neck. And honestly, that's not even a joke for me because if I could find more Nike mock turtlenecks circa 1994, That's all I would be in. I got the
They
neck
got like
for it.
the nice drop shoulder, the big fucking upper arm.
Yeah, it's
poofing out,
humongous.
yeah.
The mock neck looks real good with the big beard. You know what I'm saying? Like it kind of like it's all about the angles, and the geometry of the composite, the situation. Looks great.
It's
Yeah,
a
you look at me and you're
silhouette.
like,
It's a
look at, I'm just seeing this normal face. Look at that normal face. You got a big old beard, but then you get closer and you get that little taste underneath.
Yeah, it's just a taste.
I see Trey and I'm like, is this guy going to stab me for some fucking meth, or is he going to art direct a mood board with his little small little check?
Yeah.
Every year they tell me mock turtlenecks are coming back, and I'm like, all right, baby, I'm in. You wonder, like, when a collection releases, you're like, who's actually buying that mock turtleneck? It's me.
A broken clock is a John's attic twice a year.
Yep.
That's what they say.
You know what they
That's
say.
what they say.
You know what they say, ladies and gentlemen. A broken clock is a John's attic twice a year.
I'm just playing words, fucking ad-libs here.
Yeah, that's how we podcast, man. That's called professional podcasting. Trey.
John's, dad ass, ourselves.
Trey, let's go to the headband.
What's the white man do-rag?
Yeah.
Oh, this is just a classic bandana, 100% cotton, like it's got to be.
Is that as a face mask?
Yeah.
Oh no, this is pure style. I got real face mask. I can't just go with a bandana over my mouth because I got to get a little. My beard takes up too much space. They're like recommending you got to shave that beard. I'm like, you're crazy. Couldn't be me.
When's the last time
so I gotta get a nice tight mask. Ooh.
When's the last time you shaved that beard?
Shave, like 5 years ago, probably.
Damn.
Okay.
What trimskis here and there.
What's the length?
Just to clean it up, yeah.
What length are we working with right now? Like a foot, like a full ass foot? Like,
I feel like it's like 4 inches long from the bottom of my chin. I got a surprisingly long face. I've always had a long face, and this just really accentuates it, like a moon man.
My dad's one joke is, "Hey, Sarah Jessica Parker, why the long face?" Very inappropriate.
very misogynist dad. What about, I'm seeing some hardware. I'm seeing like a fucking, is that a Fitbit? Like, what is that?
Yeah, what is that?
Okay, this is just an Apple Watch. Just a simple first generation Apple Watch.
Yeah.
Because I stay active. I like to know how many steps
Are your steps in the triple digits or double digits?
Oh, interesting.
True.
Yeah, I'm chasing kids all the time. But what? For me, it's almost more of an accomplishment to not hit my step goal. You actually chilled today, man.
Yeah. Trey, step check, please. Can we do our first ever step check on the podcast? Thank you.
Step check.
Yeah.
Step check on the neck.
6,779.
Damn.
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
Like, right?
3.5 miles.
Ooh, of just stepping, dude. Of just stepping.
I'm at 557.
What? Come on.
How do I find it on my phone?
You got to do a lap. You got to.
No, I haven't left the crib since Sunday.
Okay. Fair enough.
I'm doing my fair share. We're in the epicenter, Trey.
You're in the epicenter. Our guy's trying to open everything.
Your guy's about to fucking kill yourself or kill you for the economy. Our guy is like, yo, shut it down and keep the lockdown.
My shit says 16. That can't be right. That's a joke. Hey, yo, I couldn't find it on my phone. I'm literally technologically.
Rings? What about the rings?
Yeah.
This is my wedding ring. This is my Tiffany wedding ring.
Congrats.
Fancy boy modeling school.
That's right. If I'm going to be wearing it forever, it's got to be cool. It's square.
Lest we
never
forget-
seen one like this.
I like that. It reminds me, well, it's not like a signet ring, but it's nice. I like that. That's a very nice touch, Trey.
Unless we forget the panties.
Yeah.
Just some simple black Target underwears.
What cut? We're talking boxers, boxer briefs.
Boxer briefs for me.
Thank you. That is what you're supposed to do. I'm a grown-ass man. James doesn't understand this. Yeah.
Dude,
Hanging and slanging.
I'm not exactly. I want to let the clackers clack. I'm not trying to wad up my meats. I'm marinating in these fucking Stussy sweats for 4 or 5 weeks now. Like let them boys breathe as much as they can.
He's slow cooking those chops.
Yeah, I'm not trying to.
That's a deep braise.
I'm not trying to instant pot my shit. You know.
Wait, Trey. I want to ask you a question about your famously flowing mane. So, like, you haven't gotten a haircut since quarantine, right?
Yeah, of course not. It's been like almost 2 years for me. I was built for this.
So that's what I was going to ask. So as obviously, I'm trying to do something over here. Your hair right now, as it stands, hasn't been cut in 2 years.
Yeah, that's right. It's just super curly.
Right.
So like it looks a lot. It's probably a lot longer than it really looks. Right? If I had straight hair.
Yeah.
Dude, when are you gonna straighten your hair? Just take a flat iron.
I would love to see it. Yeah, that'd be great.
All right, catch it on the gram soon.
Yeah. Ooh, that'd be nice.
Throw it behind the paywall.
Yo, can we do a paywall picture of you with completely straight hair?
100% in. Yeah, sure. Yeah.
All right, let's do it.
Trey,
Okay.
do you have any advice, Trey, for as a former owner of a beard? I recently shaved, but I'm going to grow it back because it was just too damn itchy. I had to get rid of it. Do you have any advice? And Chuck himself, he's growing something out a little bit. He kind of looks like a knight's squire a little bit.
It looks tough, man. It looks tough on you. You could look like you could be friends with Tito Ortiz, I think.
He beats the shit out of people.
Exactly. And you look like you would fit in with them. I like it. Trim it after 2 weeks. That's the main thing. If you're growing it long, trim it after 2 weeks. It gets like all like the shaving. When you shave your face, it's cutting it at such an angle. But then when you trim it after 2 weeks,
if you trim it, does it grow back? If you trim it, does it grow back stronger?
I like to think so. I mean, no facts on that, but it definitely feels like it.
This is exactly like a Red Dead Redemption beard tutorial I saw on YouTube the other night when I was super blazed. Same physics of the whole thing.
Exactly.
Trim it and then let it grow out and trim it. I'm just saying.
Good game.
Very cool.
Yeah.
All right. Fit check complete.
Thanks, Trey.
Trey, you're first and foremost a fucking master of basketball, right? However, you are also secondarily, but primary to us, you are a hardcore Johns enthusiast. Unlike all NBA players, you actually have good taste. And so we want to play a little segment with you that we call Fuck With Not Fuck With.
It's a working title.
It's still a working title. You've had to name a lot of things in your life, so maybe you can help us out with naming this, since your IP gets taken from you every 6 months or so. But we want to throw some categories at you. And as an arbiter of taste, the fucking man down in the A, we want to know what you're fucking with and what you're not fucking with. First up, obviously, brands. We're a capitalist pod. What brands are you fucking with right now?
I mean, Nike, number one brand of all time, easily. And that's why I'm wearing 100% Nike almost all the time, especially right now. Especially right now, I'm like home all the time, right? So I'm like, I'm not having to put on, fancy clothes to go into an office, go into a studio. So I'm in leisure wear a lot of the time. And for me, that's got to be Nike.
Being a dad is like being an athlete. You're like an amateur athlete every day.
If you have a body, you're an athlete. Am I right?
That's agreed.
That's so true. But
is the majority of your Nike collection leisure wear, or do you also have like the performance shit, like the basketball shit, and also I don't know, like the hypebeast shit?
Yes, I would say everything.
All of the above.
What hypebeast shit do you have, Trey? I want to know that.
What do you mean?
Like, what are your what fuckboy sneakers do you have? And this will maybe dovetail into a question later, but do you have off-white Nikes? Do you have like Cause Jordans?
Okay, not that deep. You're right. Not that deep. We're talking I've got the classics, right? The Jordan, like the 3s, the 11s.
You have retros. Retros are hard to
all
get.
All these classic stuffs. And I guess my most hypebeast, I've got the orange Supreme Air Force 2s. Because to me, it's like an orange shoe. I'm 100% in on.
That's a deep cut, or not so much a deep cut, but a shoe that came out that nobody wants. That if I saw somebody wear,
that's a trash shoe, is what you're saying. I get it.
Yeah, no, but it's definitely like a fellow Johns enthusiast. Like Trey went to Supreme at 11:05 because his kids were throwing a fucking tantrum, and all you could get was the orange fucking Air Force 2s.
How dare you say such a thing? I was there at 11 on the dot, waiting specifically for the orange ones.
My man's bots got bots.
What I'm saying is that there's a fine line between dudes like Chuck and myself who appreciate retros from Air Jordan. Because we do, because they're great. Because that's how we were raised. I think James can even agree to some degree. And then you take a step over the line, and then it's like, I copped Cause 4s. And it's like, I hate you, and I want you to die.
I mean, there's shades to this. There's levels to this, right?
Sure, of course. It's nuanced to some degree.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, Trey is on the right side of history. That is the point.
Yeah. Trey, what else are you fucking with besides Nike, the swoosh?
I mean, Patagonia is a year-round classic, right? In the cold times, you're fleeced up. In the warm times right now, you got the baggies.
Cold times in Atlanta, 65 degrees.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly right. I was happy a couple of weeks ago. It hit 50. I was like, this is incredible. I'm putting on pants today. I'm going to put on something heavy, something with a little heft to it.
Snap tee weather, baby. Once it hits 59, snap tee in Atlanta. 100%.
That's right. It's time to fuzz. So that's it for me. But then the other thing is I feel so great. I feel so throwback when I can wear a fleece and then also wear baggies at the same time. You know what I'm saying? You're like, look like you could be out at the lake.
It's shorts and hoodie season. It's fleece and hoodie season. It's
exactly.
the best.
Yeah.
Which is here in New York. That's what we're missing right now. It is like prime lightweight outerwear, shorts and hoodie, fleece and hoodie season.
Tragic.
Which is like honestly the worst part of all this.
Yeah, it's our cross to bear, man. It's truly the worst thing that's ever happened.
I've set my AC at like 55 so I can walk around with like, a hoodie and like, some white sweats. But
Just cosplaying as a man during.
What other brands are you fucking with, Trey?
I mean, other than those two, I'm not really caring too much outside of like I will wear something Uniqlo almost every day. If I'm actually going somewhere in my life, I like the cut of their denim. I like the cut of their short denim. It's good for me. But I also feel like I changed my mind on what I'm going to want so soon that I'm going to flip that. Levi's is a classic that I've always worn. And, I would be remiss if I didn't put on my boys brand while I'm actually talking to some fashion guys,
Yep, support the
Stay
homies.
Made.
Yeah, of course.
My buddy Stefan.
Stay Made?
Yeah, that's right. He's in Essence. It's the only store I'm actually familiar with.
Shit.
He's carried in now, but it's actually great. It's actually great. And
is he selling like $600 like t-shirts? Like what is it?
Yeah, what's the vibe?
We're talking more like a $95 t-shirt, but a $600 fancy trucker jacket, like this new, I think his new one is a nylon trucker jacket with a fancy.
Oh, nice.
I like that.
It's good. Yeah.
I like the cut of his jib. I'm gonna investigate. That's a good shout out. Thank you, Trey.
Is he your boy from Atlanta or from Chicago?
No, Toronto actually.
Okay.
I think he's originally from Edmonton. He made an Edmonton Oilers hockey jersey as well in this new collection that he's got out. It's great. But I don't know. He's a really great guy that we knew in Toronto. He moved to New York basically when we were moving to Atlanta, and that's kind of when his career launched and seems to be doing all right.
Stay made, stay paid. What do you think, if you've browsed the collection on Essence, what do you think of the styling of the garments themselves? Because Essence is known for its fucking very out there interpretations of how to wear clothing.
How bugged out did your boy's shit look?
All right, it's very muted in general. So we're talking like a drab green, a drab olive, white, and black is the general color palette, and then there's some leopard print in for the most recent season. So it's not too crazy though. So they can't make it look too crazy, right? It's like how weird can you make a vest and a crop trouser look with a white T-shirt?
Famous last words, bro.
Yeah, that's fighting words.
Fair enough.
Yeah. So it looked normal. It wasn't essenced out, is what you're saying.
Sure. Yeah. I guess it didn't have that essence.
I don't know if your boy. I don't know if your boy got his money's worth then, man.
You think he should have freaked it a little bit harder?
He should have said. He should have said, "Make my shit look dumber, so more
make
people
this look crazy."
Yeah, exactly.
Trey, what about we are a John's podcast first and foremost, but obviously, we're enthusiasts. We're not just John's enthusiasts. We're enthusiasts of life. What other brands outside of fashion are you fucking with?
Yeah.
Bragg's apple cider vinegar, the goat apple cider vinegar. Also, the craziest bottle. I love the look of their bottle. It's just got
Does it make you poop?
Yeah,
good for the gut.
Exactly, good for the gut, good for the health. Great for salad dressings.
I take gummies. I don't like how. I mean, they all taste like shit to me, but.
Not a sour guy. I get it. Not a lot of people are, but even the bottle looks crazy, right? It's got like the old couple on it. That's like an old like grandpa and grandma. It's got like a million 1,000-year-old recipes on it. It's got all these pseudoscience facts, and I'm just 100% into it. It looks like something you would find just like on a corner store if you were driving in the middle of.
You need
exactly. Oh, I would get a Bragg's merch for sure.
Yeah, we need some merch, Bragg's.
Sounds like some Dr. Bronner's type shit.
Exactly. Dr. Bronner's has the overprinted bottle as well. I'm 100% here for overprints.
Yeah. And I'm sure that, it being apple cider vinegar, if you rubbed it on your balls, it would burn just as hard as Bronner's.
Ooh, that's what I'm guessing. I mean, I got the mint Bronner's downstairs and I'm loving it. Like you got a hot shower, but you got a cool undercarriage. What's wrong with that?
Menthol darts for your
high
dick,
low.
Baby. Yeah. What did we say? James, what do we call it? If we said menthols for your balls, right?
Newports for your balls.
Yeah, Newports for your nuts. That's what it is. Yeah.
Both good. I mean, they could slide that on there onto the bottle. Nobody would notice, right? There's no way anybody's read everything.
Well, there's no room for it. But if there was room, no one would notice.
The hardest working person at Bragg's Incorporated is the copywriter. Any brands you're not fucking with that you want to put on Blastoids?
I don't know. I think that's such a hard question, right? That to me is like, I'm not going to lie to you guys. I've been excited to come on. I've been thinking, I've been racking my brain, but it's hard to think of things you don't like because just get them out of there. Move on to the next one.
Wow.
Besides the Air Force 2s that you copped, are you generally fucking with Supreme?
In general, I like some of it. I used to like it a lot more. But for me now, I like the pieces, like the grandpa pieces. Like how many times am I going to buy a different zip up polo that I'm not actually going to probably wear? But I've got enough zip up polos. I've got enough.
What are you saying about my
sweaters.
zip up? What are you saying about my zip up shirt right now, Trey?
I'm loving it. But you don't need a lot of zip up polos. I feel like, at least I don't.
It's like a Rat Pack garage sale in your closet right now.
I got another zip up one right here.
No, that one's fire. That's fire though. Orange, hook it up. But
wait, Trey, you're saying you want the low key, understated, non-logoed out.
The grown man stuff. Yeah, exactly.
Grown man streetwear pieces from Supreme.
And then also, if there's a graphic that speaks to me, I'm in on it. But for me, it's like, give me a DNA. I love science. Give me some DNA. I love growing plants in my house. Give me the monsterity, that kind of thing. But it's got to be the right thing. And then, I'll still dabble in a jersey here and there. If I see one that's a throwback to the correct, like a team that I'm really interested in, like then I'm in on it. Like the last one I remember was they had all-star jerseys basically, right?
Yeah. The 94.
Like the 90s all-star jerseys. And they were a smash. So that one I had to have. But otherwise,
and when you cop a jersey, it like fits you like a shirt, like not like a fucking.
It's like a tank top for me.
Not like a jersey. It fits him like a tank top, not like a jersey.
Me and Lawrence, that shit's down to our knees, like we're fucking Soldier Boy in 05, but like
So I can Harlem shaking it a little bit better than Trey, but I don't look as good.
Right.
Yeah, for you guys, it's all about the dancing when you got the jerseys on, and for me, it's all about performance. I'm out here trying to cross people up.
Right.
What about? All right, let's get into the feet, sneakers. We talked about Jordans a little bit. Talked about the Air Force 2s that you got from Supreme. What other sneakers are you currently fucking with? Or not even sneakers, just footwear?
Yeah, that's the problem, man. I feel like the only sneaker I've worn in the past 1.5 months is maybe the ugliest sneaker in my entire wardrobe. It's the Jordan Trunner from this past year. It's a horrible looking shoe. But I was like, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to wear it when I'm outside and nobody's going to ever see it. When it's just going to be me walking around. So that's the only...
They're comfy?
They're fine. Yeah, they're comfy. They got the React cushioning. It's good. It's good for walking around. But they're not a stylish shoe in the least. And not even in a good way. So, but that's the problem. I also feel bad. Like I never want to put on a shoe with heels right now. I never want to have to fight my foot to get into anything. So for me, it's been Burke Boston's and Nike did a Pijal slide a couple of years ago, that pink one. And that's it.
What Bostons are you doing?
Yeah, black leather.
Really?
Yeah.
I got black leather right now.
So you're
they're wearing through the bottom.
You're the dark side of the force. James and I, we're the light side of the force. Our close personal celebrity friend Adam Pally gave us the game warns, from Indebted. So this is like a push and a pull.
It's yin yang. It's yin yang. Yeah.
It's life. It's life.
Well, to be honest, I would probably be a sand guy if I were choosing it from the straight get out. Yeah, exactly. But my wife has the sand ones, and I didn't want us to be the couple that was walking around wearing matching Birkenstocks.
Jenna got white ones. So
tough
we
look
are
for you.
Oh, damn, bro. So when you see a couple wearing matching Bostons, what is the stereotype? Where does your mind immediately go?
Too crunchy. If it was me and you saw me wearing sand Birkenstocks and my wife has matching sand Birkenstocks, you would say that couple's too crunchy.
My thought with the white leather is that people would be like, thank you for being a healthcare worker and we could get stolen healthcare worker.
Well, yeah, you guys will look respectable together. You guys will look fashionable and respectable together, but just bringing my general vibe to a Birkenstock, it's like, this guy stinks.
Yeah.
Have you invested at all in any like other brands' interpretations of the Boston? Like I have a pair of Mon Italy Bostons, but it's a brown leather with gold hardware and like a rope midsole, and then like a gum like crepe sole, and they're fucking gas. It's the juicy Yuki.
There's also the J.W. Anderson joints that just came out. With like the penny strap. You could also have like Rick Bostons too, right? The Rick Owens Bostons are crazy with the Extendo.
Did he Extendo? No, that was the Zonas, no?
No, he did Bostons too, bro.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would. To me, a huge part of it is the footbed of it. That cork footbed. Ooh. Give it to me. I love it. So if the elevated versions are in on it too,
you're hard, right?
For sure.
You're hard.
Keep it orthopedic, baby.
We're all so hard right now.
We're supported though. We're supported. Our arches are feeling great.
Yeah.
Current rotation is Boston Burks, the Benassis, and
Trunners.
the Jordan Trunner.
The Jordan Trunner. You're not going to get a lot of Jordan Trunner shout outs on this podcast.
The Jordan
Enjoy
Trunner-
it.
Hit the trunning man, bro.
It looks like some shit in like a sci-fi flick in like the 80s. That's like, in 2020, this is what people are going to be wearing on their feet.
Look how sharp this shoe is. Even my daughter saw it. She's like, Daddy, why is the back of your shoe so weird?
Wait, but can I say,
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
I will say, Trey, what colorway of the Trunner do you have?
Just black and white. Simple.
So here's the thing, right? The beauty of doing a Zoom pod again is that we could be on our Joe Rogan shit. The Trunners are not bad, man. Upon like reinvestigating, the Travis Scott Trunners are good.
Get out of here.
I'm
You
sorry.
just said this is being recorded.
No, are we being recorded right now?
Yeah.
Oh no, fuck. No, I
It's
mean,
going straight to Kanye.
I'm just saying I might only ever Zoom pod ever again, so I could say things that I don't believe in and then double check on the side really quick.
Right.
Okay,
Oh,
so
yeah, I
you're looking
totally
at these
know
old
what,
Trunners. These old Trunners are great with like the straps over the top and the heel sort of thing. This one is not bad. This is not what I have. Mine has like a honeycomb on the side of it, like an angry honeycomb is the only way I can describe it.
Damn. Okay, so maybe yours aren't so good. Either way, what's the fourth slot on Mount Rushmore? You got one more.
Wait, that wasn't Mount Rushmore.
Sorry.
No, that wasn't Mount Rushmore. We haven't done Mount
Those are the
Rushmore yet.
2019 Trunners on my Mount Rushmore.
Imagine this was Mount Rushmore though, and we had to destroy the entire podcast forever.
Yeah, we're just doing current rotation right now.
Sorry,
before we
Trey.
get into Mount Rushmore, Trey, we talked about the Boston Burks. What are your thoughts as a dude entrenched in the basketball world, which is like the source of a lot of things in sneaker culture? What are your thoughts on the post-sneaker world?
I'm in 100%.
Hell yeah.
But I don't know if I'm necessarily the right audience for the question for a basketball person, because I'm going to be more interested in the general style of things too. But there's a lot of people in the basketball world where if you're wearing the fire new Jordans, you're on top of the game. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I'm a little bit more into the whole look of things for sure. But it just became a little bit too much, right? It just there was a new shoe every single week. There were multiple shoes every single week, and I was like, it's not quite as special anymore. The ones that actually are special, it's almost impossible to get. And then what's the point of it at that point? So for me, it's like, I don't know. Let's go back to the classics.
You're what, like 15 years older than me, Lawrence? 20?
Rude.
No, you're like 2 years old. You're like 2 years older than us.
He's
So
like
like
35.
yeah, so you're of the same like ilk of where we, not to sound like a fucking narc, but it's like we were. I know. We were molded by this shit, right? We were born in it. And I feel like we knew a world before the current hype cycle of sneakers where it's like you need something and you fucking need to drop hundreds of dollars on it because you are told that you need it versus like you actually being like, oh, I actually really fuck with this. And maybe that comes from like age and like going through like multiple cycles where it's like you ask yourself, do I really like this? Why do I actually like it? Do I want to like expend the energy and money to like actually acquire this thing? That's what we mean. I think like when we talk about like the current sneaker world, I think like too many people are just blindly copying because they're told or because there's like there's other people demanding it and they get swept up in that hype. It's just hype.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's 100% right. The hype is there, and at the same time, it's like the nostalgia factor of it too, right? You're like, if you're in your 30s and you're like, oh man, I remember when this Jordan 4 came out and now they made a really cool version of it. It's like, not only are you getting hit with your past, you're getting hit with the future at the same time. And it's kind of hard to feel like, what do I really actually like here? Am I actually 100% in on what I'm seeing, or is that just something that I should like, so therefore I like it?
Right.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. It's like, for me, if I was getting excited over sneakers like I used to be, I wouldn't be dying on this hill with you every week, James, right? Like, I remember like my last sneaker memory, like, this is to Trey's point of a thing that I remember being done differently. In 2006, the Black Cat 4s came out. I went to Finish Line in the mall. I walked in and I bought them off the wall. And it wasn't like a huge fucking thing. And it was sick to me, and that's all that mattered. It wasn't like a million people telling me I had to have them or I'd be like a fucking loser in high school.
Yeah,
whatever the fuck is happening now. It's insane.
And it hasn't been gamified where it's like, yo, you either got them or you took the L. Like, did you win or did you lose? It's like, yo, you either like acquire this thing that is giving you some sentimental value and joy, or you didn't because you didn't care about it. Like, okay, so Trey, my question to you is, what was the last pair of sneakers that like really moved your dick? Where you're like, yo, I need to get those. I need to get my hands on those.
One shoe that I really wish I had, that I still don't have, is the Lance Mountain ones.
Those are great. Like, I love those.
Which ones? Which color?
Both. I would want both, to be honest.
Which color more?
No, the whites are way better.
I like the white.
White.
I like the white, and I got tiny feet, so the white gives me a little bit more visual oomph. But I just love it.
You wear
11.5. Hook it up.
Oh, 11.5 for a 6'5". I can see what you're saying. Yeah,
exactly.
Okay.
It looks like I'm gonna tip over at all times. But that to me was like such a cool shoe because I mean the Jordan 1 is great. The Jordan 1 is a classic. It's a little different look of it, and it's like you're supposed to wear it. You're supposed to like make it look your own, right? Like that's gonna
fuck it up. The
coolest look was like when it's finally beaten in and it looks like only your foot.
That's the Tom Sachs thing on every Tom Sachs box. Wear the sneakers, don't be a poser, or whatever the fuck it is. Like that's the point. That's what matters. Wearing the fucking shoes. I agree with you 100%. It's annoying. I hate everything about sneakers right now.
What footwear, non-sneaker wise, are you currently fucking with?
I mean, we talked about it, right? The Bostons,
the
slides. I wear a Weegian. I wear a Wallaby. I love a desert boot. And just Blundstones, but I guess it's past time for me. I don't know how you guys could ever wear these in the summer.
Trey, we're gonna give you a little morsel, a little taste.
Oh no, here we go.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
Just stay tuned.
I can't wait to. I shall.
Stay tuned for a tune. Stay tuned for an original tune.
Stay tuned for big tings.
Yeah.
What was on the feet? What was on the feet at your wedding?
I wore a custom Chuck Taylor for my wedding.
Damn, that's fire.
Damn,
yeah.
dude. From the altar to the after party, I believe.
That's exactly right. You never know when a game's going to break out. But let's see, what were they? They were black leather. Up on the top, they had like a zebra, a red zebra lining on the inside. Pure white sole. The date down the back of them.
Wow. Where are those now? On StockX?
My dog has eaten literally 2 pairs of shoes in my life that we've had her.
No.
She ate a Nike Cortez at one point, and she ate all the laces off this Chuck Taylor, but they're downstairs.
Wow.
They just need a lace swap.
All right, now let's get into the Mount Rushmore.
Here we go.
Trey, Mount Rushmore sneakers. Hit us with those 4 slots, baby.
The Air Jordan 1 is the first slot for me.
What colorway?
The modern classic. I would probably say the Chicago is my favorite.
Chicago. Yeah, 100%. That's a
the little bit of white. I mean,
ding, ding, right
the
answer.
Royals are great.
No.
The Breads are great. But
Chicago's.
Yeah, the Chicago for me. So that's an easy one for me. That one is like that one's the modern Chuck Taylor. That's what we're going to be wearing for the rest of our lives.
That's your Abe Lincoln.
Mm-hmm. That's my Abe Lincoln. You think he's the number 1 slot on Mount Rushmore?
Well,
he is. I mean, probably. Well,
G-Dubs probably got to be, right?
I think it's
seniority.
Abe. I think it's Abe. And then for me personally, it's Teddy.
Well, it's not Teddy. You know, it's not Teddy, but you could go TJ. It's slaves though. Fuck.
Yeah, Sally Hemings. Yeah.
Fuck. Yeah, I don't know, but it's not Teddy Roosevelt. That's like Teddy Roosevelt.
No, I'm saying for me, it's Teddy Roosevelt.
Mount Rushmore. Someone should do a meme of the
Mount Rushmore.
Mount Rushmore, and Teddy Roosevelt. I think is the galaxy brain.
That's a smash hit.
I think
we're talking millions of retweets here.
I don't know. Hey, Chuck, figure it out, bro.
Chuck, draft it up.
Draft it up, bro.
All right, I got the 11 is also on my Mount Rushmore, no doubt.
Concord Space Jam.
I like the Concords the best. That was my high school basketball shoe, like senior year.
What?
That was the first shoe.
You played in Concords for the whole season.
Concords, cornrows.
What were they like to play in? Were they good?
Oh, they were the best, man. That's the thing with the Jordan line. Were you like this day? It's like that's the best shoe to play in.
Were you MVP that year?
No, I was most improved player. I was trying hard out there, guys. I was giving that effort, bringing the energy.
MIP, all right.
Yeah, we're growing here. Just try to be better every game.
What was your stat line?
Out there for Coach McNamara? A great stat line for me.
You played the 5?
Yeah, I was a 5, slow 5. I don't know. Like a great game for me would have been like 6 points, 6 boards, a block.
I like that. You're like a really poor man's Ben Wallace.
Yeah,
yeah, exactly. Or like it would be a huge success to me if I took a charge in a game. I was out here flopping.
Defense? Was your defense good?
Unfortunately, good.
You're an energy player. That's what you are.
Like Chuck, energy guy off the bench who's asleep at the wheel right now.
I'm like Udonis Haslam.
We all play our roles, man.
Chuck, you're not in frame in the video.
Yeah.
We got nose up. It's fine. That's perfect. That's all we need.
Well,
all right, so
you act like we can't see you. It's come on, bro.
We got the 1s. We got the 11s.
Air Force One as well from me.
Okay.
White,
white.
Uptowns,
no doubt. When they re-released the pair that was like, like the 82 throwback, the 100% perfect like replica, that was to me, grabbed it with the little, I guess that one has gray on it, right? That's got a little gray on the sole and on one of the straps if you want. But that to me was like, I'm going to get this and wear this until I can't wear an Air Force One anymore. So I love that. And I think I have, an all gum rubber pair. That to me is like a crazy shoe to wear when it's rainy out. Cause it's like very, very protected, man. I feel like I'm wearing galoshes out here, but stylish.
I think Margiela ripped that off. I literally think either Nike ripped that off from Margiela or Margiela. They did an all gum GAT. I think it was after actually. I think they ripped this off, but
yeah, they did a couple of weird all gum shoes at Nike, like early 2000s, but give it to me. I'm in for a gum bottom. And the last one would be Air Penny 2.
Woo! That was your little sneaky sneak that you sneak in.
Yeah, exactly right. Your number 4 spot, you got to have a personal favorite, right?
That was the first ever basketball sneaker, or I guess first ever sneaker really, that I like really wanted and like had to like beg for like 2 Christmases before I got my hands on some.
Trey, the all white or the which colorway? Black?
I like the black. My favorite was the white with the blue on it as well. I think they're called Atlantic Blue.
What year did this come out? I forget.
96? I think that was a 98 shoe. Maybe 97.
Crazy shoe. I feel like because everyone goes to foams. It was Patia that was on here talking about foams.
Yeah, not everyone, just Patia.
The Cameron pinks or like the copper joints. But I feel like people don't pick the Penny too. That's an interesting choice, Trey.
Penny's got a great line. It's like MJ's line is number 1 for signature shoes, and then after that, for me, it's probably Penny. Like he just had probably 5 bangers, right?
Yeah, LeBron suck. Kobe had bangers,
sure,
but not in the same way. Pippen had bangers, but yeah.
Is Penny still a commentator? Like, what's he doing?
He's the coach of the Memphis fucking Tigers. He's the head coach.
Did not know.
Barstool Sports.
The Athletic. All right. Are there any sneakers you're not fucking with? Obviously it's like easy to focus on the hype shit that we were kind of trashing earlier. But like, what sticks out to you that you're just like, I hate when I see someone wearing that, I just know who they are and I hate them.
I hate to say a common project. I just I've been listening to the episodes back, of course.
Sean Evans, fuck that fucking guy,
man. It's tough.
You bald-headed fuck. I'm so fucking angry right now.
Run the gauntlet with your fucking metaphors.
Your fucking metaphors, Sean fucking Evans.
Swig's mouthwash of Bacardi.
That was fire. That's so good. That's America, baby.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah, but I feel like the time is gone. But even worse to me is the one that looks like a common project. You're like, that's just a plain white shoe. You're just wearing a plain white leather shoe, man.
Oh, the rip-off common?
No, just any any common project sort of
derivative
look. Yes,
derivative.
Exactly. Here's a streamlined look.
I will say to Trey's point that the only thing worse than wearing common projects, and this is at least for me, I'm speaking for myself, is a fake common project imitation shoe.
Well, that's some copped off the Instagram micro target.
I know. I'm just saying, So to everyone who's mad at us for shitting on common projects, I think there is a listener who spent a lot of money on CPs and has CPs. What I'm trying to say to that guy is that it could be worse. So chill.
It doesn't get better,
but it could be better. Yeah, but do better.
It doesn't necessarily get better, but it could be worse.
Yeah.
All right, Trey, I want to ask you about, obviously now athletes and fashion have always gone hand in hand. But I want to ask you about athletes and their style. Whose athlete style are you currently fucking with? Because you're a sports guy.
1990s Michael Jordan, 100%.
You're fucking with.
100%.
Right, let me ask you this. Is Michael Jordan a style icon given the whole gamut of his fucking career? Because obviously 90s Jordan was big gas, but does his current and 2000 shit cancel out Does later seasons cancel out the early shit? It's like Game of Thrones, right?
It's like Game of Thrones. It's like the Rolling Stones. You know, it's like, do you count their recent music when you're talking about the all-time classics? It's like Bob Dylan, or you're like, oh man, Bob Dylan sucks because he released a terrible album in 2007. Who cares?
Hold up. First of all,
Michael Jordan dresses like an asshole.
First of all, Bob Dylan put out a single a few weeks ago that slaps. It's 17 minutes long, and it's about the JFK assassination. And the Rolling Stones put out a single today that sucks. It's about quarantine.
See, and you're not saying we got to get the Rolling Stones out of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I don't know if anybody's really concerned with the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, but to me, young MJ was so classic that it's he set the style, man.
The means justify the ends.
Yeah, Trey is absolutely correct. Also, like, Jordan is such a monumental influence on all culture that, like, everybody at least is aware of his style, which you can't say for like anyone else. Which is, for me, he's in another category. So
we're gonna talk about Jordan and Last Dance. Like, there's a whole section.
I'm just saying,
behind the paywall. If you want to upgrade.
The reason we clown him is because we have the context of the nuclear swag everyone does of when he came into the league.
Right.
It's
all-time classic.
Iverson is the only guy that is even close. And that's why people make fun of the big Iverson clothes also. But like when Iverson fucking crossed up Jordan, that was a torch passing of swag, right? Same thing.
All right. So stylish athletes, you got Jordan. And this isn't just basketball. We got Jordan.
I love Jimmy Butler's look right now. Jimmy Butler on court look, crop top. I love a crop top, like a tough crop top with bike shorts sticking out. He just looks really tough.
Did he run off with Ezekiel Elliott swag though?
Exactly. Yeah, probably. But come on, if you got it, flaunt it. I love a crop top. I don't even have it, but I'll still cut a shirt.
You don't mind that Jimmy Buckets is a very abrasive basketball.
I love him, man. He was a bull. We should have never traded him, but whatever. Yeah, he's abrasive because all he comes in and says, "Hey, man, I want to win. I want to be the best." Do you?
But he's not that good.
Everybody else couldn't handle it.
Well, but he's not that good either.
He's good, bro.
But he's not that good.
He's not that good.
All right, so
he's not MJ. He's not MJ. He hasn't earned it yet. He hasn't earned
He wants to be
like those guys have.
He thinks he's Dwayne Wade. He's not Dwayne Wade. That's all I'm saying.
But maybe he will be. Maybe he could have been if they would step up.
Trey, the world may never know.
All right, we got two bulls on athlete style that you're fucking with. We got Jordan. We got Jimmy Butler. Who else?
Shea Gilgeous-Alexander.
Can I apologize? When Jinx was on the show, Brandon Jinx Jenkins, we were talking about that. He was talking about this kid, and he was immediately poo-pooed by, I think, maybe me more than anyone else. This kid, I didn't know what I was talking about. I said he was dressing fire, but he wasn't putting work in on the court. But he kind of was, and I didn't realize that. And it's a shame that the season got cut short because I was very interested in what was going to happen because I was wrong. And
why are you fucking with this guy's style? Like, I'm looking at his shit now, and he's
good. It's fire. Kind of.
He's extreme. I feel like he's extreme. I just feel like he at least has a point of view. And
he's good young Russ. He's good young Russ.
Exactly. Exactly. He dresses like a very young guy. I mean, it's not like exactly how I would be dressing, but I think he looks super cool when he's walking down.
His draft day suit is fucking bonkers.
Oh, his draft day suit was an insane look, but then
the tunnel fits are decent. They're good. That's the thing with the NBA, in my opinion, and I'm sure there's a whole part of this in the run-up show that James prepared, and I did not, so I can't say for sure. But I'm sure we're going to talk mad fucking tunnel style. But this guy has some of the best tunnel style. Him, Kuzma, and D'Angelo.
I would say that looking at his fits now because we're on Zoom, I think his fits are in a vacuum. I would say are on the trash side of the spectrum, but in the context of young NBA,
yes, no, all NBA
is. All NBA. He's doing it more right than wrong.
Trey, the NBA has a different standard, right? It's not.
Exactly right. It's hard to get close.
It's a lower bar.
Tall guys with crazy looks. So that to me is do you look like every single other guy who is walking down? Do you look like every single other guy, or do you have something that if you just saw the clothes, you'd be like, I know who that is?
Do you know? Do you look at NBA players and you're like, that guy's got a stylist. That guy's got the same stylist. That guy's got the same stylist. That guy dresses himself. Can you tell immediately?
I don't know about immediately because I think there's so much crossover at this point between what people are looking for. But yeah, I mean, sometimes you can tell, to me, it was like Wade and LeBron back when they were together with the Heat was like the biggest obvious one.
Well, they shared a stylist. There
exactly.
I'm blanking, and I feel bad because she's
Shared stylist.
She's very famous. She is like the number one NBA stylist, and that was a period. I think we kind of left that period a bit, but that's when all the guys started dressing exactly the same, almost because like it was all coming from the same person, right? Whereas now,
exactly right.
It's a little bit different, but for the most part, I think the bar it's almost so low that I think that some of these young guys almost like just by, again, virtue of the realm they're playing in, like really create a whole personal brand off looking fine, just good. Not even.
Oh, yeah. Like that's Kuzma. That's 100% Kuzma.
Sure,
it's like
exactly.
He's in the perfect spot in LA. He gets some fits off. I think he has a few bangers in his past. No doubt about it. I like that
Hit or miss.
Is willing to take chances. Yeah, he's got some trash, no doubt about it. But it's like you would think the guy's an all-star just because he dresses well and plays for LA, right? So for him, it's if he's able to pull it off a little bit, it's perfect for him.
Yeah,
He's just dressing for the starting five.
That's right.
For the boys. He's
Any other to throw it back to kind of like, you know, when you mentioned Jordan, like any other athletes in the 90s, and again, just outside the NBA that whose style you really fuck with?
Deion Sanders. Deion Sanders had an incredible look. I remember our coaches like had to ban wearing bandanas underneath.
Dress good, play good, get paid good.
They pay good. It's like, why do I have a gold necklace? Why do I have like a custom chain? Because Deion Sanders had one back in 1994, right? He used to wear like a headband around his neck. I don't even know what that was for, but I would do it to school. What a foolish look, but like, I don't know, so flashy. And he had so many different looks, I feel like, too, starting because he came up in the 80s with Miami.
Right.
So he was dripping then, but then it just became a little bit more just a little bit more prime time, baby.
Yo, bro, the greatest hot dog of all time is prime time. And that's what he did, right? He's a professional wrestler, but he played fucking professional sports.
Yeah, and he held it up. Like he was as good as he talked, and then he looked as cool as he was talking. He was awesome. He's like if you're talking Mount Rushmore of 90s guys, he's easily there.
Wait, James, are we doing a Mount Rushmore right now for Trey?
Let's do Mount Rushmore. I mean, I have top five, but we'll do Mount Rushmore of stylish athletes.
Swag, just general swag, or right?
Just swag.
Okay. Well, I mean, MJ's on there. I guess he's the number one. The Magic Johnson has some incredible looks from the 80s. He's got the short look. The fur coat is an iconic look. Yeah. Dion is there. Maybe I'm dropping Rodman. To me, who else is even stylish outside of
Iverson?
Basketball. Iverson for sure. Iverson had a great look. He was like the best. He had the coolest look with the baggy jersey. Like he just pulled it off when those
Vince Carter
things was in.
I think Vince Carter is a sneaky guy.
What? Really?
And one shoes, yeah, and just like general. Then he became a Nike athlete. He was like a headband guy. He was doing.
So that was like 6 athletes. So if we're sticking it to a Mount Rushmore, we got you said Jordan. You said
Jordan,
Magic,
Rodman, Dion, and who else would I add as a stylish athlete?
Mike Trout.
Exactly. Like, is there any cool baseball player? I'm trying to think.
Are there any
Young Gretzky? Young Gretzky had pretty good swag. 90s Gretzky came to LA. Gretzky had swag.
What about like
Ken Griffey Jr.'s swing? The sweetest look.
The
Ken Griffey Jr.
The kid.
Andre Agassi?
Also,
Andre Agassi, sure.
No.
Young Ichiro. Shout out Ichiro Suzuki.
Ichiro, damn.
Big Oakley guy.
Yo, can I just say, I'm like 20 pages from finishing the Andre Agassi memoir. That shit is fucking gas.
He rocks, dude. He rocks.
He smokes meth and won until he was like 35.
Wearing a wig and stuff, right?
Goals.
Yeah, dude.
Just wifed up Stephanie Graf. Like, what the fuck?
The story of this podcast, bro. Smoking meth at 35 and winning.
Besides Agassi, Trey, are there any stylish white athletes?
I mean, Bill Walton had a look, right? Like Bill Walton was an OG deadhead. Like he looked insane. Like when
he partied with Jerry.
Yeah.
Yeah, he basically like financed the Europe or the Egypt trip, right? Like then flew over and would just leave the team. He was like an OG crunch guy. I love that. I love his look, obviously.
I think Luke Walton said that his earliest memory that he can kind of like put together is waking up, stepping out of a teepee in his dad's backyard, and Jerry Garcia is just walking by naked.
Fire.
That's pretty awesome. Yeah, that's wicked. He's got incredible stories, and it's like really cool. I think it's awesome that he's still so involved with them, and it's like, you know, still to this day producing Grateful Dead content. Bill Walton, he's like 100 years old.
True.
He's got to carry around that fucking chair.
Yeah, exactly. You can see him at every concert because he's the one guy there that's 7 feet tall.
All right. Okay, how about this? Who are some trash athletes with trash style? Let's call them out right now.
Westbrook has gone too far. I mean, that's the one to me. It's like Westbrook.
He must be stopped.
He's had ups and downs. Is he
just trying to remain relevant? He's like, all right, I'm never going to get a chip. Let me just fucking troll these headlines.
Yo, that's rude, bro.
That's tough. That's tough on him. But I don't know. I mean, maybe he's flying under the radar a little bit more now that he's playing with Harden. You know, because Harden has some extreme looks, but I love some of the stuff Harden has done.
I hate them for magazines. I hate them together. I just want to say it. That GQ thing just really confirmed it for me. I don't want any part of that whatsoever.
How about the GQ thing like a couple of years ago, though, when he's in like the peak sequin top with the peak sequin shorts?
I can deal with them. I personally don't like Harden at all, but if I'm going to
just don't like it when it comes together.
I deal with them apart. And even West, together, just no.
I will say this real quick.
Thumbs down.
The Russell Westbrook Jordan commercial.
Yes.
2016 to Do What I Want.
Mm-hmm.
Uzi.
Now I do what I want. Outro music. Please note that.
Yeah.
Slapper. It's out of your hands, Trey. It's up to God now.
That's good. That's fine. I mean, that's the thing. Westbrook has had some classics, and he's had some like insane looks that just don't hit.
Right.
But, you know, he goes up and down. I feel like everybody does. Like LeBron, I think, has come back to being a pretty decent dresser, despite the fact that he had some crazy country club looks back in the day. But yeah, like he looks awesome now. Like
you like the Tom Brown stuff?
To buy from. Yeah, I like it. I like when he outfits a whole team and they come showing up. Like if there's going to be one guy that wears a short suit and actually makes it look a little bit decent, I feel like LeBron can pull it off rather than, you know, I think he's going to look better than Draymond Green or something like that.
And he rocks Jimmy Garecki and Eric Emanuel.
He does.
Alumni.
True. LeBron is part of the Throwing Fits universe.
He really is.
He's only
that's good.
He's only 1 degree away.
Low key, he is.
He's as close to us as Trey.
Because I mean, we're going to talk about this when we talk about like tunnel fits and shit. But like, obviously, if you come correct in the tunnel, or if you at least like get attention in headlines, you can make a brand for yourself. Who's out there in this kind of current generation that is just like doing too much, being a little too extra? Being fucking try hard, trying to get, you know, sponsorship dollars or whatever off like their fits, that is just breaking it.
Interesting. I'm not one of the guys who really likes what PJ Tucker does as a general tunnel guy. To me, it's just like, yeah, man, you're super rich. You should be able to have every single shoe there is. Like I watched his sneaker shopping. He just went there and said, this, enter. I mean,
PJ Tucker has trash style. He copies like a lot of. I saw a thing where he literally was wearing outfits that like ASAP Rocky was wearing like a month or two later, and it's like you're not. Again, some people are built for this fashion shit, and some people aren't. Speaking as a guy who has not, so you got to know your fucking role. But I will say about his sneakers, he knows the history.
He knows the history. He's deep in the game. There's no doubt about it.
I will say
the classics.
So that's what I'll say. PJ Tucker, as a sneaker guy, go play with the piggies in the mud. Leave the fashion shit to the fucking experts. That's
to the big boys. To the big boys.
Come on, bro. Know your role. That's all.
All right, Trey. Anyone else you want to fucking drag before we move on to the next category? Fuck with, not fuck with, working title.
I'm just scrolling through a League Fits Instagram, and I mean there are some bad ones. Of course, I'm not a big fan of Chris Paul's style. I'm not a fan of Chris Paul. Chris Paul just dresses like a dad. He just dresses like a nice dad.
That little demon deacon, you hate to fucking see it. He's trash. Him and Tim Duncan. I'm the most stylish ball player ever from Wake Forest. Let me just say it right now on podcast.
What do you think about like Tim Duncan's like dad style?
He's got a point of view. Right? He doesn't care.
His look now is good. He
looks really cool now. You can tell
it's like Jay-Z. Did the Jay-Z thing.
Didn't someone take a picture of him like standing in line at like a Target like with like a bunch of like jorts, like trying to cop a bunch of jorts from Target or some shit?
It's one of the best places to get jorts, I hear.
Waist 45 jorts from Target? Like what?
46-inch inseam.
Trey's wearing the jorts. He's wearing Tim Duncan's signature jorts right now on camera. You can't see it at home, but we can.
It's not a jump man. It's just a dude doing a layup.
Just a bank shot.
A guy doing a post-up bank shot.
Well, 12-foot banker. All right, Trey. In lieu of live sports, because obviously shit is fucking canceled for indefinite future. Although I guess like the Masters are going to be like the first sports thing that's going to open back up, which I mean, that's the most MAGA sports event there is. So God bless them. What are you fucking with in lieu of watching live sports? Every night, especially the fucking NBA playoffs would have started like a week ago, right?
Mm-hmm.
What are you fucking with in lieu of live sports? What are the alternatives that you're fucking with right now?
The Last Dance is the big thing right now. That's like taking over. I'm actually quite curious to ask you guys. Is this a huge deal for you that The Last Dance would come out?
I love it.
I love it.
I'm not a huge sports guy. Like I'm not like, but like 90s Bulls Knicks was like I fucking shit, right? Like that's what like I grew up on.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking there is the universal appeal because I mean, in the sports world, this is the biggest documentary that's ever come out, right? Like people are so excited about it.
OJ one was
huge. There's no doubt. That was a big one. And I mean,
that's true crime too. That's true crime. So it's different to some degree. Trey, I will say for me, I'm tapped in like it's manna from heaven. For anyone who's our age, this is everything, right? If you cared about pop culture.
Do you think there are a lot of like hypebeasts out there that are like, wait, there's a guy named Michael Jordan?
Probably, right? Like there are probably people who are like 23. That's like LeBron's number.
Yeah.
That's me.
Chuck,
Honestly,
did you know who Bill Paxton was?
No.
You know who John Paxson is?
I know LeBron and Iverson. Those were my Jordans, honestly.
Did you know who Judd Buechler was?
No.
Bill Wennington?
Would you be into this documentary?
I want to get into it because I didn't watch Jordan growing up.
That's the whole point.
Like, they named the cool and like he's cool. Like I know him for the 4, know him for like the fucking
the 4.
You know his games. Those are my favorite Jordans.
Okay, that's fair.
Wow.
Have you started?
I'm being serious. Like I'm not. A lot of people are capping like they like watch that man play basketball. My age, like I was not
a long
watching
time
him
ago.
play.
But it's YouTube. Everything's on YouTube. Trey did a tweet about this kind of to some degree. You could watch all these games on YouTube, all these highlights.
I get it, but
I think this doc does a great job of like
context,
establishing the context, and also the footage just looks so fucking good.
And that's why I'm excited to watch it.
Wait, Chuck, you haven't watched the first few episodes? They've been on demand for a week.
I wasn't sure how to watch it.
No, what? Chuck has a Realtree Camo TV. You can't find it.
Wait, Trey, can you do us a favor? Chuck on IG Live, I believe he asked, is Michael Jordan in The Last Dance? Can you answer this, Trey, for him once and for all? We established the truth?
Oh, yeah, baby. You're getting all the full Jordan, they call it. And it's like the first time he's ever spoken. So it's so wicked. And you guys are right. The footage looks so cool. It's like we're seeing 1990s basketball with 2020 technology. Like I wish it would have come out any time in the past 20 years, but now is awesome.
Just hearing that intro song.
Yeah.
Is like got me fucking
Serious
hyped.
by the Alan Parsons Project. That's all.
That's right.
Yes.
I was in full Bulls uniform watching the debut. And when they hit the Alan Parsons, I'm like standing up, like I'm ready to go. I'm like, let's go play.
Wait, so you got dressed up like you were like a dude going to a Star Wars premiere, or like
100%. I was just sitting on my couch. We're talking red shorts, red jersey with a red warm up top that I had to take off once the game got started.
Did you do the baby powder?
Yeah, I put flour all over my hands. The kitchen was filthy. I was just ready to go.
Hell yeah.
And I lived up to it.
Your wife's like, honey, I'm trying to fucking bake some sourdough. Stop throwing flour on the kitchen.
I'm like, the game's starting. We got to get going here.
Wait, Chuck, so are a lot of kids your age like not into this shit?
I think they are, but like, all I'm saying is like, I remember kids saying Kobe whenever they shot shit in the trash and like watching LeBron.
But that was Dave Chappelle.
Sure.
Yeah, and Kobe.
Right.
It wouldn't have happened without Kobe. But like that's all I'm saying is like I think Kobe and LeBron are like way more my while I'm excited for this and for like you guys said to give it context to like his career and like all the fire shoes, like I'm excited to see it.
wait, to Chuck's point, here's a question for Trey and James, both of you. Let's say young people were talking about something. I don't follow anyone on Twitter that's younger than, I don't know, at this point, 28. So I wouldn't even know if people Chuck's age were like, I don't even get the point of this. Like, how would that even be amplified into my world?
I mean, Larry, like you simp for Cardi.
Yeah, but I feel like a lot of mid-30s white guys simp for Cardi.
I know one.
And that's on me. Well, we're professionally connected. What can I say?
Yeah, at one time. Yeah. Trey, when all the episodes leaked, are you someone that like, did you jump on that, or are you like, no, I want to like respect the sanctity?
I'm keeping it in my pocket. I'm saving it up. I like it. I like it coming once a week because to me, then it feels like a game 7 every weekend. Yeah. I'm like, I wake up Sunday morning. I'm like sick to my stomach. I'm like, oh man, I'm gonna pull it off. Are the Bulls going for number 6 tonight? And it finally happens. I'm like, yeah, all right. We still did it. That still happened 20 years ago. But I just love the anticipation of it. I feel like being quarantined in general feels like a throwback to the 90s. So like having a huge 1990s like themed event at Sunday night that everybody happens to be watching is just like kind of perfect to me.
I mean, when like, I feel like this is the first destination TV thing since like Game of Thrones, like early Game of Thrones, right? Like, well, I mean,
even like the finale, it was like everybody was, you got to check this out. You got to see what's happening for the very finale. But for
fans, this is as close as you can get, in my opinion, to an actual live sporting event with real stakes, right? Like because the weight of the history and what this doc is kind of like exposing, I think for a lot of people, it's very significant, right? And the fact that they're doing not one, but like one and then the other, that to me, even like, because you get that first one and then when it fucking clips over in the second one, you're like, and I get a whole nother episode, that to me really does it. Because I could have dragged this out even more, but they did it, and I kind of respect that because it makes for me, the perfect TV watching experience, that perfect kind of emotional.
Well, Trey, I want to ask you this. So 50,000 people in the U.S. alone have died of COVID-19. That was a mood switch. Because of this global pandemic, they moved this doc series up from June to April. Was it worth it?
I mean, I've wanted to see this footage for 22 years,
So yes. Can we just talk about like it? I heard a rumor that because all of this footage belongs to MJ, right? He like owns the rights to all this footage because it was him that allowed all these cameras into like the Bulls organization and to film him and the Jordan brand. So like, I heard a rumor that on the day that the Cavs won a ring in 2016, he called up the production company. He was like, "Yo, unlock the vault, let Geraldo in, let's fucking do this." Is this really him trying to like counter the whole LeBron over MJ legacy for fucking simpletons like Chuck?
Yeah, I think that's exactly what happened.
What?
I don't know. I mean, when LeBron won that title in 2016, it was like, we're really having the conversation, right? Like that was when people are like, okay, now we got to talk. Is he the greatest of all time or is it Jordan? And Jordan's a competitive guy. So when that happens, surely he's like, let's get on this. I got to tell my story. People need to remember. People need to know.
Do people really think that Jordan went 6-0 in the finals? That's the end. And with 6 finals MVPs, I don't know how, Trey, maybe you can help articulate this for me or translate this, because I never understand this on sports Twitter. James and I, we're in Black Twitter, right? That's what we do. That's what we understand. We don't understand basketball Twitter. So how could anyone not think that Jordan is the GOAT with that finals record and finals MVP line? I don't get it.
It's different watching it. It's different when like you would never think Jordan would ever lose a game, right? Like you would think going into every game he's going to win. It's not going to happen. But even with LeBron, he's like, yeah, maybe we'll lose game 1. We'll see what happens. But if you weren't there to remember what it was like feeling that Jordan was going to go out and win every single game, you just don't know.
Are people blinded by LeBron's crazy stats, which are they're an anomaly, right? Like they are be matched, right?
And he's going to go down. I mean, he'll be the all-time leading scorer, right? Like he'll have all kinds of records. He'll play for such and such a long time. He'll probably be the first guy that ever plays with his son during a game. So the accomplishments are going to be crazy. And he also was able to he's such a smart business media guy that he's able to tell his story as well, right? Like he's already had commercials where he's like, when I won that title in 2016, man, that's when I knew I was the GOAT. And so people are like, if LeBron's saying it, is it true? And I'm just like, I don't think so.
That's LeBronception.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got LeBronception. That's exactly right. That being said, like I was there in 2016 when he won the championship. I was like, this feels like Jordan right now, seeing this happen.
Did LeBron have a stronger supporting role than Jordan ever did? Because like Jordan had fucking, again, like John Paxton, like hit the game winner.
Pippen though. He had Scottie Pippen.
He had Pippen. I mean, LeBron had Dwayne Wade. He had Kyrie. Like,
I don't know. I love Pippen and Rodman. I'll take Pippen and Rodman over anybody that LeBron has had next to him.
Do you think the big three in Chicago was better than the big three at the Heat? Pound for pound?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Really? Even with Rodman being like an offensive kind of fucking liability, 100%?
Yeah, I mean, he was a liability, but he got it back on the defensive end, I think. And he's cooler than Chris Bosh. Like, you'd rather be rooting for Dennis Rodman.
That's fair.
Chris Bosh is a fucking nerd. He likes to read books and shit.
He's a sentient fucking velociraptor.
Yeah. What do you think of this rumor that the whole rumors about Kim Jong-un being on his deathbed is actually ESPN marketing for episode 3 of The Last Dance, which is about Rodman?
I mean, hopefully he makes it to see his best friend finally get his moment in the sun, right?
Are you hyped for me? That's going to be, I guess, when will this come out?
This is coming out after episodes 3 and 4 of Last Dance.
So I will say this, Trey, as a guy who's probably not as plugged in as you are to basketball, everyone knows about Jordan, but getting exposed to like what was happening with Pippen was very eye-opening for me, and definitely I think changed how I think about Pippen in my mind and how much I respect him now that I kind of knew what was happening. I feel like for Rodman, people that are younger know him as like the crazy dude. He wore the wedding dress, bad as I want to be. Like, what kind of paradigm shift is going to happen with him as an icon after people see him on Sunday night?
That's a great question, because it's going to go back into his backstory with the Bulls too, because he was like despised by Bulls fans.
Exactly,
like, the Pistons era. Yeah, like his episode's going to be so wicked. But he had his 30 for 30 not too long ago, and it was great. But I don't think it's getting anything near the traction that The Last Dance is going to get. So maybe seeing all the ups and downs of what Rodman had to go through in just an hour, right, is going to be extreme. But then you're also going to get to the part like 97, 98, he would just leave. He'd be like, Coach, I got to go to Vegas for 48 hours. Like, right. I'm going to go insane if I don't go party in Vegas. So like Michael Jordan's flying across country.
I rock so hard that I have to do this for me. But that's the thing. People see Rodman like getting his hair dyed by like Letterman on like on a Instagram wannabe Tumblr mood board, where I feel like this is going to, I really think it's going to put respect on Rodman's name. I'm excited for it.
Do you think episode 3 ends with the Cactus Plant flea market collaboration?
Not out of the realm of possibility.
And then Cynthia Lou showed up and put 4 eyes on the smiley face. All right, so we're going to talk about Last Dance behind the paywall a little bit more, but what else are you filling that live sports void with, Trey?
I'm deep in the Bon Appetit YouTube Test Kitchen channel, no doubt about it. That to me is the perfect at-home content, and even before that, just because like you're learning a skill and you're meeting these people.
You chefing up?
I'm mediocre, better than I was before. I pick one episode, just hone in on it, learn the perfect skills, and then as you're doing that, you're learning other things that you're going to pick up and use your other recipes.
Yeah, who's your favorite personality?
Right now, I really like Sola. Sola, I think, has been killing it. Brad's awesome. Andy Baragani is one of my favorite. I just love his meticulous nature.
I feel like Trey, if you had to assign basketball analogies for some of the Test Kitchen chefs, maybe just let's do Brad, let's do Delaney, let's do all the big hits. I'm curious.
Okay,
if you can.
Let me think.
I just want to say this while you're thinking. I feel like the BA Test Kitchen personalities are this like phenomenon that like me for one didn't realize like became a thing. And then all of a sudden like everyone is like, oh yeah, I really just love like fucking, Brad is like my spirit animal, or Sola is like my.
It's a reality show.
Yeah. And I think, I only fuck with Delaney, first of all.
Yeah. It's our close personal Test Kitchen friend.
Oh yeah, that to me, trust me, it was very weird when like I said, I've been following you guys on the gram, on the internet for a while now. So then suddenly I'm watching and this guy shows up. I'm like, I've seen this guy all over Instagram.
Yeah.
But I think that when you choose your favorite test kitchen personality, like that's supposed to say a lot about you, right? It's like the fucking,
your favorite Spice Girl, your favorite,
or like the Captain Planet Musketeers or whatever the fuck they're called.
Captain Planet Musketeers. That's what they're called.
The Captain Planet Musketeers. I mean, I'm a Brad. I am a Brad. If we're talking types here, no doubt about it.
But no, so yeah, what are the basketball analogies? Now that I killed some time for you and looked like an idiot, I
thank you for your sacrifice.
Yeah, I'm just taking all the bullets for you.
I might have asked too nuanced a question for on the spot.
I'll give you Delaney. What if Delaney is Robert Ory?
Okay, go on.
He shows up. You never know exactly how he's going to show up, but when he's there, you're like, I'm glad he's there. I'm glad he came through in the clutch.
Hell yeah. Okay. You trust him with the ball in his hands and the clock winding down.
That's 100% right, and he can carry it on his own if he needs to.
Big shot Delaney.
Trey, are there any like big like TV or like at home kind of live sport alternative events that you're not fucking with? What do you think about like sports channels running back like classic games?
That to me is the stuff that I'm not 100% tuning into. I want to see the new stuff, or I want to see something that I haven't seen a million times before, which is generally what you're going to get. You're going to get a classic hit. You're going to get the Michael Jordan flu game, and I've watched the flu game 100 times in my life. Like, give me an Eastern Conference Finals Game 6, but it's all on YouTube, right? So you're getting the worst quality. You're getting maybe somebody recorded it off their VCR, so you're getting like the little interference lines and all that kind of stuff. I don't know. There are people like live tweeting along to these games that happened 15 years ago. I'm like, there's a whole bunch of content out there that you've never seen. You could be introduced to something new.
Honestly, what would be fire is if they aired the original commercials to those games.
Ooh,
that's all right.
That would be cool.
That's like a I love the 90s type beat. That one shit. What do you
sort of a great idea?
So Trey, you were mentioning this earlier, but you think that Chuck's throwing fits IG lives are going well? You think that's like a standard? That's a good standard that quarantine content is being set?
I love that spinoff show. I mean, IG Live in general, I feel like has been kind of a lifesaver for content. Just people are doing stuff. It's giving people a reason to try and come up with something. Some of them are hits, some of them aren't. But the vibe check, no doubt, has been a banger. I mean, I turn it on and my kids are like, who is that? Who is that? Is that Chuck? Do you know him? Is that his house? Are you guys friends? I'm like, yes, we are. But we can't talk to him. We can't message. We can't send him emojis.
Well, listen, man, we appreciate you tapping in, Trey. That was big.
Absolutely.
Big for his confidence. We're just trying to we're trying to embolden Chuck, to kind of take the next step in his professional career as a personality, a host. And it's really nice when the throw gang can galvanize around him, thanks to independent thought leaders in the extended universe, such as, like, for example, yourself.
I was a third mic once, man. And look at me now.
Wow. Chuck. I could aspire to be.
IG Live has really kind of like stepped in to fill the void, and in the music world, it's really become like the battles, like the verses. Like, is there anything similar making waves in like the sports world?
It's not good. I mean, they tried horse, right, and it was like very choppy going back and forth. They just didn't do it the perfect way. But I haven't seen anything like that. I've been thinking there probably would be something that's sort of like an IG battle, like a DJ battle, or kind of like horse, where you're like, okay, check out this cool move I can do. And then, LeBron's watching at home and Kyrie does his cool move and then LeBron has to do a cooler move. I don't know. Would that work? Would people actually tune into that? I don't know. I watched Scott Storch play beats for 2.5 hours, so maybe.
Hell yeah. We all did. Brother.
He is the nation's collective Abe Lincoln.
Yeah. Yeah.
Put him on the Rushmore.
As long as we're talking about liberating those nostrils, you know what I'm saying?
Trey, what about music? What music have you been fucking with whilst in quarantine?
Well, I'm listening to the Dead. I'm a guy that actually listens to the Grateful Dead.
Cornell 77. What are we doing?
You don't just wear the merch.
I don't just wear the merch, but I love to wear the merch.
Europe 72, Cornell 77.
You're saying the classics, of course. Sunshine Daydream concert 73, I believe. Actually, 72. That's a classic out there. There's also a great podcast, 36 from the Vault, that goes through the whole Dick's Pick series. So you listen along with it. I think that maybe number 7 now. It's the Wall of Sound era. But I don't know. That's just it's great. Almost background music. I feel like to have the Dead rolling.
Trey, how did you get into the Dead, right? Because, like, there's a lot of posers out there. You know, there's a lot of people that maybe think that Sublime is better than the Grateful Dead, as an example. How did you?
I've heard such a take.
That's not a poser take. That's just Lawrence's take.
How did you get into the Dead?
High school. I mean, just
Really?
existing in high school. Yeah. Some people would know. You got it. And then I fell away from it, as often does. And then my wife and I took a road trip up to PCH back in the day, starting in LA all the way up to Vancouver. And I was like,
north on
had
one,
to.
baby.
Yeah,
that's exactly right. And that's when it was like, all right, I get it, man. I'm back in. I'm 100% back in. Then we went and saw a Dead and Company show, and you know, now my kids are talking to me like, Dad, who do you think's the greatest band? I'm like, the Beatles. They're like, I think the Grateful Dead. I was like, respect. Respect to you.
Sick. Very sick.
Who do you think is better, Migos or the Beatles?
Migos.
Ooh.
I'm in Atlanta now, you know. I gotta
an Atlanta habitant, you're correct.
Yeah, you would get deported if you didn't. That was a test.
Exactly. What other music are you fucking with? You are in Atlanta, which is like something, music-wise, I feel like Lawrence and I are very jealous of you. You are in the fucking beating heart of hip-hop right
Capital.
now. Like
Capital City.
It's Black Hollywood, baby. Like, do you feel that? Like, you must be plugged in some capacity.
I mean, here's the most
Hawks
plugged in
game.
I am is in like I'm friends with a guy who was once working the counter in a 21 Savage video. Like that's my deepest connection to anybody in the rap game. But it's very cool just because you can see that at least like the Hawks are trying to bring the Atlanta hip hop culture into the arena, and I think it's pretty cool that like Trey Young and Migos seem to actually be friends. Like that's how you really establish like yourself as a super celebrity, right? Like partnering up with other celebrities, and you guys are existing. Like Ice Trey, great nickname, came from Migos. Like I think that's pretty cool.
Sick. There's a rare opportunity in Atlanta that you wouldn't see outside of a major market, right? Like New York with Spike or LA with Jack or whoever the fuck, right? But like in Atlanta, it's so right now, and I think that drafting Trey Young is like that's the big tipping point because he's fucking amazing.
Yeah, and he's cool. Like he's just got a cool game to him, and he's fun to watch. And like 2 Chainz owns the the G League team here, that kind of stuff. They try and Killer Mike has his barbershop inside the arena, so I like what they're doing. And I don't know, I think it'll be fun like to have people actually like the Hawks as a cool team rather than like a team that's like, hey,
have you met
this year
like Gucci or anyone at a game? Like who's the coolest person?
Killer Mike.
Killer Mike.
Killer Mike's the coolest guy.
Have you met Thugger? Have you met Thugger?
I would love to.
What about just around town? Like, do you like? There's so like all these dudes live in Atlanta. Like, do you run into them at all? Like at the fucking Whole Foods or
events right? Or events for
true. Sure. Like I've met Big Boy at an event. That's what I met Killer Mike like at the swag shop. 2 Chainz. I shot basketballs with 2 Chainz once upon a time at a 3-on-3 tournament. He's got some game. He was
former
a cool
college
guy.
player, right?
What's that? Yeah, he's a high school player.
High school player,
college player, maybe even as well. But like, am I running into Playboy Cardi? Not very often. I don't.
No
think
one's
he's
running
probably,
into Cardi. He's vampire mode, bro. He's a vampire.
Well,
Yeah.
he's fucking that cop's daughter. So
Well, he's fucking Iggy Azalea first and foremost.
right.
But I've seen T.I. around town. I've seen Usher around town. My golden goose would be to see Andre 3000. Like I would just love to see him out and about.
He lives in New York. He lives in New York.
That's the problem.
He's with us. He's our.
We're
trying to book him for the podcast.
Do you have a Mount Rushmore of rappers?
Ooh,
Just
Atlanta rappers?
top five dead or alive?
For sure, Andre 3000 is my number one.
Facts.
Jay-Z is probably number 2. Who else would I put in the top 5? I never think of it in terms like this. I like to like them all. Why am I
to catch them all?
Yeah, exactly. It's like a
about your
Pokemon.
boy Ye from Chicago?
I'm not there. I'm not there anymore.
Wow.
I read the interview that just came out, and he mentioned the part where he's like, "This came out and people forgot about it." I was like, "Yeah, that was me. I forgot that this had come out, unfortunately."
Yeah.
But the classics are still the classics. I had Gold Digger at my wedding. Who didn't?
Edited.
Yeah, exactly right. Exactly right. Thanks, Mom.
I was there too, baby. I know, man.
All right, so we got Andre.
Ye is out of your top 5 because of the recent kind of fall from grace, for lack of a better term.
I would say that's fair. Yeah.
Wow. You fully demoted him because here's the thing, right? I'm on the borderline, and I'm sorry that James can't address this because of contractual obligations, but I'm not there yet. And it's crazy because, like, I feel like at a certain point you were probably like a stan on my level, maybe even more because of the personal connection. And the fact that you've fallen off is making me maybe rethink. Maybe I'm giving much credit.
It's like when we talk about Michael Jordan's style. It's like, if you appreciate his early shit so much that it cancels out the late shit?
No, but it's not even the early shit. With Ye could have died after Yeezus. He could have died after Pablo, and it would have been the best of all time, just as is, right?
It's like Game of Thrones. The last season, for some people, spoils the previous 7.
Sure, there's 2 bad Ye records, which I hate. I hate that bad Ye records exist, and there was a time in my life where I would have said Kanye West cannot make a bad record. We know that's not true anymore, but I still haven't demoted him because Front to Almost Back is so good.
I mean, you're right. I'm caught in the moment, no doubt about it. I'm just
yeah. But no,
so it's hard not to be.
It's hard not to be.
We're all so disappointed. That's why, because we all care so fucking much.
Yeah, exactly right. And I mean, like the difference between like Jordan back in the day is like he's over the hill now. We should still be probably experiencing the best of Kanye because it feels like we've seen it so recently.
Yeah. He's the guy more than Jay-Z, more than anyone. The age isn't a factor, right? That's never been a thing for him. Versus everybody else almost like ever. Lil Wayne even, right? Like the greatest mind of rap arguably in our lifetime. Yeah, it sucks to see it.
Well, Jordan's smart, and like even to a certain extent Jay-Z, like they're smart in that they're like, look, we're washed. Like we're just going to we're just going to step back and let the brand continue on. But like as an individual, I'm going to not ever speak ever again to like press or the public or anything, and just like let the nostalgia and like what the greatness was just like continue on and speak for itself.
Exactly. You get to a point where you're so famous that it's almost better to just be quiet about it. It's like LeBron would never go in the dunk contest, right? Because the best could happen was I could win it or it could go totally wrong. So I don't know.
The best is I win it, everyone already thinks I'm a good dunker, right? Like it
and I don't know. But you also at that point, when you're at that point, when you don't want to be killed for whatever you say, or you want to kind of play it closer to the vest, you got to reach elder statesman status. And I think once you do that, you're kind of admitting a little bit, maybe you're not in the prime of your career. So, I mean, why would Kanye want to be like, yeah, I'm an elder statesman now? No, he's made his life on being the guy who's doing the next thing.
Who's your favorite of all time NBA player rapper? We got Allen Iverson, we got Shaquille O'Neal, we got Dame, right? Who else is there?
Dame Lillard.
I put on a Shaq record like a month ago, and I was like, okay, this sounds like you aren't necessarily just an NBA player that's rapping, but in general, they are pretty bad. I mean, I'm not turning on any NBA rappers to listen to more than once, like out of curiosity. I guess I would give a lot of props to Ron Artest, the true warrior, who took time off from the season to promote his record. At least he's going the extra mile.
Flip side of this question, Trey, what rapper is the best ball player? Who had the best skills? Master P, Lil B,
Cameron,
Mace.
I played with Wale once. He was very athletic. Like he's probably the best athlete on the floor. He was like so fast and but just didn't have a jump shot really. But he was just running around everybody. I think he was a running back in high school or something, right? Like he was like a monster athlete back in the day, and you could tell on the basketball court, no doubt about it.
Master P tried out for the Hornets.
Master P, yep.
The Raptors,
Both.
And his son Romeo Miller played for USC.
Best friends with DeMar DeRozan back in the day.
Yes.
There was pictures going around on Twitter not too long ago, and they're all wearing P. Miller jerseys, and they're all designed like the Newport logo.
Oh, hell yeah.
The jerseys. It looks pretty good, actually.
Lil B tried out for the Warriors. I don't think he was even remotely close enough to making. I think he went to an open run or something.
Lil B's made a nice life for himself, being just kind of right outside of the NBA, where enough guys are chiming in on him that they think he's a super NBA personality. I like it.
What do you think
also,
about
16-year-old girls? Also, 16-year-old girls writing "I Love Lil B" on their feet.
Yeah.
Interesting.
What do you think of the Fuck Kevin Durant song? Fuck Kevin Durant.
The Lil B curse.
Fuck Kevin Durant.
I mean, it may have taken a little bit of time, but it's been tough for KD the past year and a half, right?
You don't want that fucking curse, bro.
That's exactly right. I mean, we've seen so many people taken down by the Little B curse so far. I think Harden's got the blessing, but it hasn't come through yet. But maybe there's a little bit of a delay on it. I don't know.
The check has not cleared on the base god curse.
Trey, here's a category that's very important to these quarantine times. What film and TV, besides The Last Dance, are you currently fucking with?
Schitt's Creek. I can't believe it. I can't believe Schitt's Creek is good.
Are you like all the way caught up where the finale just happened, right?
Yeah, I think their finale did just happen, but I'm like mid season 3 and I resisted it because I knew it was Canadian. So like that's a tough one to start with. Then it came out on Netflix. I was like, okay, I don't know if I'm looking here for scripted dramas right now or for scripted comedies. And then it was recommended by the generation ahead of me, the moms and the dads, saying it's going to be great. I'm like, oof, this is 3 strikes. This is going to be tough. But then we turned it on, and it's great.
Our close personal celebrity friend, Dan Levy, not Schitt's Creek, famous rich Dan Levy, the other one.
The TV Dan Levy.
The shittier one, the not famous one that no one cares about.
Yeah, exactly. When you look up Dan Levy, you get Schitt's Creek. Like this show is like kind of a sleeper monster.
Yeah, exactly right. I don't know. I just thought it was going to be very hacky, and it hasn't been hacky at all. All the characters are great. This Dan Levy, he's getting fits off. He's in Rick almost every single episode. But it's fun. It's good.
And Dan Levy, right? That's the difference.
Dan Levy. Okay, yeah. I guess that's true.
Dan Levy, Jewish show-running loser, our friend, trash. No one cares. Dan
Levy, an MTV show once upon a time.
Again, nobody cares, Trey. Don't be nice, just for Dan. Then Dan Levy, son of Eugene Levy, most famous dad ever.
And he's the one with the MTV show. Yeah.
Wait, what?
Dan, famous rich Dan Levy had an MTV show.
No, our Dan Levy was on an MTV show that he talked about on our podcast. That's what Trey is referencing.
The other Dan Levy had a MTV show, I think.
Who's on first? No, you're wrong. No.
All right, moving on. You're fucking with Schitt's Creek. What else are you fucking with right now?
I finished Ozark. And I know Chuck's big on Ozark.
Slap.
To me, you think it's a slap?
Where's it?
To me, it's like B- Breaking Bad. It's
but that's what you know it's going to be. That's the whole thing. But I will say, season 1 of Ozark is B- Breaking Bad. Season 2, you're like, ooh, they're about to lose the plot. And then now season 3 is out. Breaking Bad is in the ground. The body is cold. It has been laid to rest. It's really coming into its own, and it's filling a void.
It's filling a void. I love it. It's perfect quarantine content.
I just like seeing Michael Bluth get into some mischief. You know, my dude putting money in the banana stand the wrong way.
Oh, the hard way.
The hard way.
Oh, call back.
Hell yes. All right. So what are we talking about now?
I'm still deep on Vanderpump Rules. I'm still here for it.
It's so bad, bro.
It's so bad.
It is.
Really
it is. I wish they would have brought new people in sooner. Because
no, I disagree.
Well, how are you going to save it though? Otherwise, we're just getting literal miserable people just hating each other. That's all it is.
It's not savable.
So right now it's the old blood and the new blood. You're saying that the new blood should have come in sooner and then not just focus on the old blood? Like first of all, there's too many storylines. The new blood sucks. The old blood was Jax was not even in the most recent episode. Like that's how boring him and Brittany are.
Well, exactly. That's what I'm saying is that the old blood is past their prime right now. So even scenes with them aren't carrying the weight they should. So we're hoping for something fresh from this new blood. And I don't hate the new people. I don't. I like Max. I think he's a keeper, but not all of them are going to be keepers. You need to just kind of go through a season though to see who's actually going to stick rather than throw them all in there at the end when it feels like things are falling apart for the old school. You can't expect these newbies to carry everything.
You're right.
When the newbies come on the screen, I go, oh, that's right. I like them. I don't care about the current storylines that are being manufactured, right? I think Dana, the stand-up comedian, I like that. That's a good call. Max, good call. Brett, I'm in between. But my point is that let them play with Sheena, but give them their own show, and then maybe put the magnifying glass over the old guard and be like, hey, Katie and Tom, we're not going to do a fake bra thing with Lisa Vanderpump. We need some real shit. Let's try to really do it, and maybe that would reinvigorate the talent. But it's not happening on either side.
On this episode, Tom Schwartz gets addicted to coke.
Yeah.
Like that's what it's got to be.
Yeah. I mean, I hope so. That would be fucking fire.
What other Bravo?
I mean, at this point, I'm like, I'm gonna stick it out regardless,
Of
right?
course,
like, I
we
gotta
all
see
have
how
to.
their stories end. I've grown up with Jax Taylor.
That family.
I was feeling like him. I was like, man, you're right. Jax Taylor is getting married. This is heavy.
This is crazy.
We've all grown up so much.
What else on Bravo are you fucking with right now?
Real Housewives, Beverly Hills, and New York are big here.
Not Atlanta.
Ooh.
Well, we've just been with Beverly Hills and New York for such a long time.
Since before the move.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, no doubt about it. Like, I mean, Bethany Frankel is just right up there with Jax in terms of personalities for me. You know, she's been around for a long, long time. But it's good. They do such a good job of bringing in new people, right? The Housewives change so often.
Do you watch
Denise? What's her name? Denise Richards
with your wife? Is that how you and your wife, like, you do some bonding time on all Bravo, or do you watch your own Bravo and then you and your wife watch separate Bravo shows?
We're Team Bravo, no doubt about it. I resisted Vanderpump Rules for the longest time. She was already in on Beverly Hills with Lisa Vanderpump, and I was like, no way, I'm watching a spinoff show. No way. But then it was better.
Yeah.
Then Vanderpump Rules turned out to be our generation's Jersey Shore.
Facts. That's a factoid, ladies and gentlemen.
Lawrence and I kind of fuck with like the B level Bravo shows. Like Housewives is obviously like the premier tier, but Lawrence and I that for whatever reason like passes by, and we're all about like besides Vanderpump, we're all about Below Deck,
Southern Charm,
Summer House.
Which is the best one? Which one should I pick up as?
Southern Charm.
Southern Charm.
Am I going back into it? Do I need the storylines?
Yes.
Am I hopping right in?
Southern Charm, I think go one season back maybe?
Yeah.
Southern Charm is really good.
If you want Summer House is only in its third season.
So go all the way back.
Go all the way back for Summer House.
Yep.
Southern Charm is, I think, I want to say like season 5, season 6. There's been some crazy fucking drama, including like a state senator who he was in jail for doing so much blow with 19-year-olds that when he was arrested for trafficking. That's how much fucking coke he had at his cokey parties.
Very cool. Very, very cool guy.
His father, who's like a beloved, legendary South Carolina senator who has a bridge named after him, he's so racist that he actually doesn't carry around $5 bills because they have Abraham Lincoln on them.
Very, very not cool. I take it back. Very, very not cool.
Yeah. So he got kicked off the show because he ended up like raping his nanny.
Again, not a cool guy. Take it all back. I shouldn't have said.
So go back.
Cool. I regret that immediately.
It was really messy, like from the get-go, and now it's like it's kind of like entering Vanderpump, where it's like everyone's kind of like settling down and like,
sure.
Wait a second, I'm 38. Maybe I shouldn't be getting blackout drunk.
They all know they're on TV too, just like Vanderpump. It's the right amount of self-awareness so that you fucking acted, clutch your pearls a little bit, make it sexy for all the ladies and gentlemen at home. They get it, but there's a fine line.
This one does seem like I would want to go back because, I mean, even in Vanderpump, when you're getting the flashbacks from like 6 years ago, it feels so good to have lived that, right? You're like,
it hits different. It hits different.
It's also like I'd be curious because like Charleston, South Carolina is like the South, but I think it's different than like Atlanta, or most of Atlanta. And as a new transplant to Atlanta, like I don't know, like I feel like the old blood, like blue blood ness of Southern Charm is very interesting. Where it's like, oh, like my family's been on this land for 400 years. We're on the plantation that, like nothing bad ever happened here.
I'm in on it. It sounds interesting. I guess that's going to be the one.
All right, Trey, what TV are you not fucking with? Like, is there anything that people are hyped up on? That
Tiger King.
Tiger King was good. King was good. The final episode, or the Joel McHale run it back sort of thing, not so great, but it's like, whatever, we're going to watch it. It's on. But, I thought it was an incredible documentary just to experience. Probably could have been a few episodes shorter, but I love it. I went to one of those crazy wildlife jungles when I was a kid.
Yeah?
My dad took me, like their big attraction was a liger. I was like, oh, this is going to be wicked. I'm going to see a liger. I was like probably 8 years old, something like that.
Are you a big cat weirdo? Are you like a big cat loving weirdo? Because you look like it. You look the part.
Honestly, yeah, I could easily slide into that world. I'm a lover of nature.
Do you have both legs?
Yeah.
We can
For now. I mean, I'm trying to lose one. We'll see which one.
You look like
one the
hippie
Tigers
Doc
are interested
Antle.
in. But yeah, exactly. Doc Ansel. Apparently, he was like the prop provider for Britney Spears back in the day, right?
For sure.
It's a lucrative business.
Definitely asked to be paid in sex.
Yeah. I heard that's how they wrote "I'm a slave for you."
Yeah, exactly.
But I looked up the owner of this this old thing, this old wildlife exhibit or whatever, and this guy was arrested for a murder for hire plot too. A completely different guy. So I'm like, okay, is this just something that happens with every big cat owner, or have many people been murder for hired?
You got to
throughout the history.
You got to produce that doc series.
Yeah, dude, get on your shit. Your executive producer shit. Make the show.
All right. Well, I mean, it's on your guys' Zoom, so I think this means we're all in on it together.
We own project. We own the IP now.
This is tough. This is tough.
It's the three of us and J.R. Smith.
You son of a bitch! You idiot! You did it again. We own your IP, motherfucker.
Classic.
What about movies, Trey? What movies are you fucking with right now?
We just watched The Way Back last night. This Ben Affleck basketball movie.
How is that?
Fine.
People are saying it's like his return to form.
Fraser Tharp.
Many people are saying
Fraser Tharp with a mouthful of fucking gushers.
He was good, but he's playing an alcoholic. So I'm like, you're not really playing against type here. I think you're pulling from some personal experiences, but it was good. It
was like a GoPro strapped to his chest.
Yeah, exactly right. It was actually a documentary footage, and they just turned it into a scripted movie.
So it's The Town, but he's an alcoholic,
and it's basketball.
And there's people playing basketball. Yeah, there's a little Coach Carter element to it, no doubt about it.
Barstool presents : Alcoholic Hoosiers.
What else have I watched recently? Hobbs and Shaw. I couldn't believe it.
Watch that on a plane.
It kind of slapped. Yeah, I watched it on a plane too. It kind of slapped.
Yeah, I watched that shit on Delta. Exactly. It randomly showed up on HBO. I was like, oh man, that's sad. I actually didn't go see a Fast movie in theaters. I guess the series has passed me by.
Fast Presents.
Yeah, exactly. Fast Presents.
It's a side mission.
Yeah. It's a side mission. Hobbs and Shaw, they accidentally mentioned this mission on a Zoom, and they're like, we got you, suckers. But that was crazy to me. I was like, man, I'm watching a spinoff of two characters who weren't even in this when they started it, but this feels like a whole new franchise to me. I was in on it.
It's cool.
Are you stoked for F9, Return of Han?
Han's great, man. Han is like a crucial character. I was glad they figured out, no surprise, a way to actually bring him back. I mean, it was kind of predicted as soon as he went kaput. It was like, see you soon, bud.
See you in
yeah, of course I'm excited. I can't wait to see just how far they take it. We'll see.
Wait, James, are you hype on Han being back for representation purposes?
Well, it's funny. So I don't know if you guys have ever seen the Asian American classique Better Luck Tomorrow, which was actually directed by Justin Chan or whatever, who did Fast Five and I think a few other Fast films. It was about Asian Americans like finding themselves and whatever, coming of age in in California. And Han was a character, and he played a fucking badass, brooding, cigarette smoking, Tokyo Drift car driving motherfucker. And there was very much and I think that his big line in Better Luck Tomorrow gets repeated in Fast Five as a little Easter egg homage to this little thing. Dude, oh my God, I don't know.
Is it actually good? You should. Can you act it? Can you find it? Can I stall? And can somebody, James? Can you Google it and do a dramatic read for Trey and I?
Yeah. Sure.
As we talk about, hey Trey, listen. Here's a question. While I stall for James.
Man.
Well, are you a patron of this podcast?
I'm not.
Oh, you're not.
Kick me off now?
No. Well, I mean, yes, but that's not the point. Because I was going to say is that we have been doing. Speaking of side missions, we've been reviewing movies, and I know you guys do this with no dunks. You guys do Zuby reviews. My question for you is: do the fans, the hardcore, the fucking boys and girls? I'm sure in your case, not in ours, but that really make up the foundation. Do they love that more than a normal episode? The Zuby side mission talk.
They love it as much, for sure. And I think that's something I'm sure you guys have experienced, is that people like hearing you talk basically about anything. And especially now, when we're in a period where it's yeah, sure, we can all watch the same movie. We all have access to the same stuff and the same amount of time we can do it. It gives you a shared experience. And yeah, exactly. It's you've heard your buddies talk about white men can't jump at some point, but
Sure.
here's some professional buddies talking about white men can't
The
jump.
homies, the professional homies,
The professional homies.
maybe the homies who I support directly with my hard-earned money because I love them so goddamn much. Let me go to www.patreon.com/throwingfits maybe. What was the last movie you guys did?
Last movie we did was Love and Basketball.
Okay. Wait, are you doing the Last Dance for this too? Just Last Dance episodes?
Well, I mean, in our
that's
world,
separate,
the
but
Last
that's
Dance
separate
is the Last Dance is premium content right now. We're not.
Right.
That's not a throwback or anything like that.
You guys
That's
did Gems. You guys did Gems.
We did Gems. Yep.
What did you think of Gems? Just give us a pitchfork review score.
Give me an 8.5. I really liked it. Yeah, I thought it was great.
For you, was it all about KG?
Yeah. Well, I mean, the movie was great. KG was awesome, and he was
He's so good, right?
For the energy of the movie, it was like they couldn't have had anybody else. They talk about like whatever. Embiid was considered for it. Amari Stoudemire was considered for it. I think.
Amari would have been so good. He's Jewish. Amari's Jewish.
He didn't want to cut. He didn't want to cut his dreads for the role to go back to 09 Amari. Yeah.
No, that's the reason he didn't do it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so stupid. Amari Stoudemire, you idiot. Yo, by the way, bear down.
So real quick. There's no one line that connects them, but it is documented that Better Luck Tomorrow is part of the Fast and Furious universe because that is the coming of age origin story of
Han Solo, if I'm not mistaken, right? Isn't that like his full name or something like that?
No, I don't know about that. But
wait, Chuck.
No, I don't know.
Wait, really? The Asian Han Solo?
No, he didn't. I didn't want to correct you, but
he just came out of high school.
Of Amari or
Salim? I'm thinking of Damon Stoudemire.
Salim or Damon?
Both Bearcats.
Both bear down Wildcats.
Is Amari Stoudemire related to Damon Stoudemire?
I don't think so.
Okay.
But
I think Damon and Salim though are.
Okay.
Yeah, I think they are.
They are. Yo, did Damon Stoudemire go to the national championship?
He went to the Final Four against Duke, I believe.
All right, that's just your bear down corner TM.
Thank you for that.
You know how we do it, bear down.
Guard you, baby.
So James, there's no quote, so we should just move on. That was like a fun 10-minute side mission.
We could talk KG though, because he was crazy. He was awesome in Gems, and we worked together for a long time. Enough that we were in the same changing room. So I would see KG, and we would be able to, we would be in the same green room. We had no showers, man. We had no showers. It was straight fits. But you've never seen a bigger pair of Balenciaga speed trainers in your life. They're they're humongous, right? Because he's probably, I'm sure.
You sent us a picture,
something.
I remember you sent us a picture because it is absurd.
Yeah, it's absurd, and I'm sure he's has to get a custom made all right. It's just crazy to see designer pieces in these gigantic sizes.
His jersey from the film is up for auction.
Oh, as part of the A24.
A24 is raising money by auctioning off set pieces, and one of them is his number 5 Celtics jersey.
Wow.
Where are we? Film and TV?
Yeah.
Films are we talking about fucking with, not fucking with? Lawrence, fill me in here.
Yeah. Have you watched any Zoovies in quarantine with either just by yourself or with your kids or your wife that you want to recommend to the folks at home?
That I want to recommend? I like The Nice Guys. I actually watched The Nice Guys the other day with Russell Crowe and Ryan Gosling. You don't like it?
No, that's Shane.
Ooh, I don't like it.
That's a Shane Black classic, bro. That's Gosling and fucking Gladiator, bro.
That's right. It felt like a throwback. Wait,
to me. James, you don't like that?
No.
It felt not dissimilar to me. Taken felt like a movie that it was an action movie that came out in the 2000s that should have came out in the 80s. That's what this was to me.
Yeah, it's a 70s pulpy. It's fun.
Very homage-y.
I can't believe
it was a little too navel gazy for me. It was hey,
too obvious.
Here's an homage. Trey, do you have to watch the trash TV and film that your kids are into?
Yeah, absolutely. During the days, but it's all right now because Disney Plus is around. So we will watch one Disney movie a day probably. We watched Space Jam. I know you guys did Space Jam not too long ago.
Wait, what?
No, Grail did.
Okay.
No, not
my streams are crossing.
No, that's fine. That's separate intellectual property.
Grill movie night.
That's not Throwing Fits production.
That's right. That's right. Just like the Wu-Tang spinoff records. It's different. I get it. But Space Jam, you know, I was a kid when it came out. It was like, okay, great. Perfect. This is a perfect movie for kids. Then I grew up and hated it because I'm like, oh man, this is so stupid. And now that I have kids, I'm like,
thank God.
Again. This is great again.
What do you think about Jerry Krause looking so similar to the fucking Monstars villain in Space Jam? What's his name?
Mr. Swagger Jacker. What's his name?
Yeah, it's something like that. Not a coincidence. I don't think anything's a coincidence. I'm buying everything.
Mr. Swackhammer.
Mr. Swackhammer. That's right.
That's ironically, that's also the nickname for KG's penis.
But yeah, it was fine. You know, it was better than I remembered. That's for sure.
Trey, I want to ask you this. We're asking all the homies during, you know, quarantine and pandemic, what are some ATL-based businesses that you want to shout out and that you're really fucking with and that you want to see like thrive in the post-corona world? Or if they're still open for business now, I know that Georgia's opening up again, Liberate Georgia, or if they're just, you know, operating like no contact delivery, takeout, whatever. Like, what are some ATL-based businesses that you're fucking with currently?
By the way, stay safe, bro. Please stay still and stay safe.
Wash your ass.
Yeah, I'm not going to be hitting up the bowling alleys, despite the fact that those are being opened up. I was like, that was the thing. It was like, man, how many people are just sitting around like, I would just love to be out there bowling. Get my fingers in those balls and throw some hooks.
I just want to bowl.
Just throw a tenner.
So my favorite lanes, my favorite set of lanes, the Atlanta Classic lanes. So slick and oily, so nice.
Who do you think you are, right?
Folk Art is my local restaurant that I want to make sure survives everything.
Folk Art?
Folk Art, yeah, exactly right.
How is it?
It's just our local diner, but it's like, you know, they had just expanded into Decatur. So that was big for them. But then, of course, the pandemic struck. We've been quarantined. And
are they doing takeout or delivery, or what's
they're doing gift cards? They're doing gift cards that you can get from the Decatur location. So that's what
I'm. An ATL cop a gift card to Folk Art right now. Easy.
Yeah, Mary Todd was my hairdresser, which also is closed. You know, I mean, yeah, like I don't look like I would be going to a hairdresser, but to make this beard look tight, you know, I still got to get a little trim skis here. I still got to get some weight taken out of the curls. So they're in the same scenario, you know, like they just got the news like everybody else that they would be able to open, and they're saying, I don't think that's a good idea. We're staying closed, but. You know, so
that's why the gift card is so important, because they're doing the right thing. So now you can do the right thing to support that.
And you're like, I'm going to be there. I'll be there when it's time to be there. We'll all figure it out together.
Create the virtuous cycle, people.
And Elmire and El Bandito are more restaurants across the street. Elmire is like a little 5 Points institution at this point, and El Bandito is the new kid on the block, and they're kind of right next to each other. And I would like them both to survive. So those are my four right now.
Hell yeah.
All right, so if you're listening and you're in the Atlanta area or not, just fucking cop a gift card. Send
Go crazy.
Trey Kerby. Trey, what's your home address?
I'm easy to find.
Wait, Trey, what's your social security number? I didn't get that. What was that?
I'll give you some digits. There's a 3.
I need some Digimons.
There's a 3. All right, well, you know, while you're not able to go to your favorite restaurants in the hood, you're obviously chefing up, you and wifey. What are some quarantine meals that you've cooked up in the lab that you're fucking with right now? What's your go-to? Also, Lawrence, you peeing in the fridge?
No, I'm getting a boxed wine.
Sick.
Oh, there you go.
I have boxed rosé just for podcasting. So.
I heard the stream and I was like, is he?
Oh, yo, can I mention something? So I don't know if anyone listened to Dro Part 2, last week's episode on Thursday. Somebody farts and it picks up.
You guys got a mystery fart. That's great.
It was definitely me. It was definitely me.
It's just, I heard it. I was listening to it. I heard it, and I just started dying laughing. It's very obvious to me. I don't know if no one has said anything. Maybe nobody listens. Maybe truly this is the proof that nobody listens to the podcast. But it's just literally like, and no one addresses it. It rocks.
All these roast veggies, bro.
The Brussels. Anyway, moving on.
So quarantine meals. What have you been chefing up that you're fucking with?
We eat mostly plant-based, so I got to recommend the Bon Appetit mushroom larb recipe. Shout out Andy Baragani again. That's what I made tonight. It's my favorite thing to make. It's become a standard in our house.
Like Thai larb?
Yeah, along the same lines. Fish sauce involved, of course. No. Of course not. This is grown-ups only. Put on a little R&B music and kick back with some mushrooms.
That's just for mom. That's just for mommy and daddy.
Yeah, we got peppers in here, girls.
My man's booming off the larb.
I'm larbed up, dog.
Larbed up on camera.
Yeah, but it's good. It's good. You got to get those mushrooms crispy. That's the key thing. What else? I love. Here's a good one. A huge blueberry pancake. We're talking a 12-inch diameter pancake.
Full skillet.
A full skillet pancake.
A full pippin.
We're a full pippin. We're a pippin pancake.
We'll get to that.
It is nerve-wracking to flip over a whole skillet, but when you pull it off, you feel like you're on top of the world.
Hell yeah.
Anything you made that you're like really not fucking with it, or you're just like, ooh.
What are your kids like? What do you make the kiddies?
Interesting. Okay, you guys want to get into kid foods?
I'm just curious because listen. I'm no fucking baby, so I don't eat.
That's right.
How old?
Okay, well, I've got one daughter who's 5 years old, and she's a great eater. She eats fruits and veggies. We make her up. For her, it's like we want to get her a fruit plate, and she'll eat a little of the food that we're interested in as well. Like if we happen to make burgers, she'll want her own burger. But in general, she's like, give me a turkey roll up, give me a cheese flap. Our other kid, all she wants is peanut butter and carbs,
Hell yeah.
Peanut butter, maybe some apples, maybe a pepper, but a lot of honey. She also loves honey. No larb. I haven't been able to sneak any larb into any of these kids yet.
Sounds like Chuck. All right, Trey, fuck with not fuck with, working title complete.
Thanks, Trey.
Before we get into the meat and potatoes of this podcast.
Yikes.
You told us that you had 10 hours for us, so, we allocated 10 hours. We want to know...
Did you just hear my dog fart?
No.
Did you just mark it down? Because I just heard the dog fart loud enough that I had to look around for this.
I saw you turn around and I was like, damn it, did one of his kids fall down or something?
No, wow. I thought that was a human. I definitely thought that was a human.
All right, Trey. Obviously, we're a John's focused podcast, so we want to play Last John, Next John, a little game before we get into the meat and potatoes. We want to know what was the last John you copped, and what's the next John that you're gonna cop that you got your eye on, real quick. So first up, last John you copped at retail, full price, no plugs,
no Trunner plugs.
Right. No Trunner plugs. Yeah, I do got another pair of Trunners coming in the mail. My last John was a Bon Appetit shirt, and on the back it just says beans. It supports the World Kitchen Association, I believe.
Yo, Trey, I don't know if you're a Natty Wine guy, but now we're pretty much a Natty Wine focused podcast. Saw some slander on the timeline because Bon Appetit, they dropped the Natty Wine tote, and people, some snobs, some gauche-ass motherfuckers were like, now Natty Wine is canceled. It's unfortunate.
Straight edge weirdos.
People are ready to flip just like that, You
can't cancel
but you put beans on a shirt, I'm in.
You can't cancel Mother Gaia, Mother Nature. That's what you fuck with. Baby.
Do you fuck with beans for breakfast? Like, when are you consuming these beans?
Well, okay. I mean, beans as a food, great food. Beans as a word, top notch. One of the funniest words possibly to say. But yeah, you guys have gone through a big breakfast beans phase, and I was like, I got to give it a shot again, because it's sometimes it sounds ridiculous on its face, but beans are almost made for breakfast, right?
Oh, bro, I fuck with breakfast beans. I fuck with savory breakfast and breakfast beans. Heavy.
That's a motherfucking factoid, dude. This podcast is a big savory breakfast podcast. And I know this because I was at Balthazar with the fucking boys, fucking running up a check on Uniqlo.
We got two pictures of beans and two green juices.
Shout out to Lifeware. Because the boys were living life and we were eating good.
Trey, are you fucking Rancho Gordo gang?
Oh, I'm Rancho Gordo'd up, dog.
Oh,
no doubt about it. I've got one bag of beans just waiting here, and I'm like, every day I'm like, is today the day? Today the day? No. We got to save it. Save it.
This is beansnobiety.com.
Damn, dude, hype.
But to me, it's like quality ingredients is the biggest flex right now. Because anytime my wife comes home with any sort of groceries, it just seems amazing to me to be seeing new foods. I'm like, oh, I totally forgot about that. I totally forgot about arugula.
Better
So,
ingredients.
if you got a quality Rancho Gordo bean,
better pizza, Trey Kerby.
That's right. That's right.
Damn, that's what a kiwi looks like. All right, and what is your so your last John was the Bonat Beans tea.
Yeah.
Your next John, what's that?
My next John is going to be a Nike flat cap. You remember, like, we're talking like a Samuel L. Jackson Kangol.
Nike with the no brim?
We're talking a Nike one. I saw Tony Kukoc wearing one. I was like, gotta have it. Gotta have this, because I completely forgot about this sort of thing.
Where's Kukoc from? Croatia?
Yeah, Croatia.
So is that okay? And forgive me for not being sophisticated. Is that like a Slav type? That's like
Slav boy chic.
Is it's Slav adjacent? Croatia is Slav adjacent, or they're full Slav? Somewhere in there.
I think don't know the right answer to that question, but nobody I know knows. He was one of many bulls wearing this backwards Nike cap. So I'm like, I got to go on and find it.
You want to be a Slav boy?
I want to be looking fancy with a flat cap. I'm here for headwear, just in general.
Professional answer.
I mean, I'll wear a beret, no big deal. I'll wear any sort of hat. I got the tall enough head for it. That's the reason. But for me, I'm like, I got
the Jordan beret. What were your thoughts?
I loved it, man. I loved, he had this look, when they're walking through Paris, he's got on like the black, hooded sweatshirt with the black beret. It looked tough. I was like, this is an incredible look. I tried it out. People said I looked like Leonardo da Vinci.
Ooh,
that's fine. That's fine.
That's a great compliment.
That's the Michael Jordan of his time, if you will.
How much French do you speak?
that hat was ridiculous, right? Like the little tiny little gray and black beanie. I mean, that's what I want. I've been looking on eBay, and I just don't know how confident I feel about putting my head into somebody else's head from 20 years ago. Right?
Yeah,
that's where I'm a little nervous about.
Yeah. And I don't know about you, Trey, but Lawrence and I and Chuck, we've like gotten, in going stir crazy, we've all made strange quarantine cops. Is there anything that you've copped that's been like quarantine specific where you would never have copped it outside of this being lockdown? I mean, I copped Heelys, right? Lawrence, what was your strangest quarantine cop, Lawrence?
My strangest quarantine cop. I don't know if I have one, to be honest. Maybe
you broke. Chuck, what was your Chuck's been copping like 2 cases of Natty Wine a week.
Yeah, a lot of Natty Wine. Cop the Volcano. $700 bong, basically.
So, Trey, is there anything that you've copped like specific to this being quarantine where it's like you never would have bought this in real life?
It's actually also in my next John category. I'm buying a driving wheel for my PlayStation. Like, I want to play F1, be driving around, but what else would I...
Trey, you're a gamer?
No, not at all. That's why it's a bad idea, but...
What are you playing right now? Gran Turismo?
Okay, I'm playing a game called Dishonored 2, where I'm supposed to be a very stealthy assassin. I can't get out of the second level, so pretty bad at that game. I also tried F1, wrecked my car almost immediately, but I'm deep into the F1 world, so I'm like, maybe it's easier if you have the driving.
Right.
Yo, the F1
designed to be drived.
The F1 doc series on Netflix is gas.
Oh yeah, exactly right.
Yo, did you guys see that they had professional drivers like doing the like racing on
NASCAR?
The
That's the NASCAR shit.
And then that dude said the N-word.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that was crazy when Trey said the N-word. He got canceled, I think, immediately from the digital NASCAR series. That was crazy.
Was wild.
It's tough.
Yeah. Have you guys ever seen Senna, the documentary about the Michael Jordan of F1 racing?
He's from Brazil, right?
Who died? Yeah, it's crazy. It's like a guy at the peak of his powers in a extremely popular sport that we don't have the context of in America, but like at a Michael Jordan level. And because of the unfortunate politics and the safety lack of regulations really of the sport itself, he died, but he was that good. It's insane. And his fits are big gas.
Oh yeah, he's got incredible looks, and like you're saying, we don't really have the frame of reference for it. Yeah. Like just the scope of like the fame that he had at the time. Right. But having now watched the Netflix doc, you're like, you kind of understand it a little bit more. So you're back in that world. So I watched Senna years and years ago, but now I'm like, I got to go back and see this. I also want to go back. There's like a Hemsworth movie where he plays some sort of F1 driver. I'm like, I think I saw this.
With Sylvester Stallone.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Wait,
Sylvester Stallone. Maybe I'm a little less interested now if he's actually in it. But I was like, I don't know about this.
Wait, Stallone is
There's a Stallone F1.
Wait.
And I'm pretty sure it's with Hemsworth.
Hold on.
Yeah, but that to me is like I watched that
Rush.
doc on
Rush.
Network.
Rush.
Yeah.
But Stallone is in Rush?
No, Stallone is going to be in a movie called Driven, I bet.
James.
He and they get like the driver for that is like the quarterback from Remember the Titans, Ronnie Sunshine Bass.
Rush is about the one dude versus Nicky Lauda.
Nicky Lauda, exactly.
Nicky Lauda is in the Senna shit. He right as the real Nicky Lauda.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. There's like all these crossovers and all these legendary drivers that they made movies about, and I was like, cool movies, but I had no idea about it. And I'm like, now I know at least what's happening. Maybe I'll like these even more.
Right. I mean, Trey, now that you've copped the gamer wheel,
well, he's going to.
Oh no! This is your strangest quarantine cop, right?
This is going to be. This is going to be my
next John.
Bro, maybe you can finally beat all GTAs or some shit. I don't know. Get really into it.
Sure. I mean, if I got the wheel, I can play any game.
Start watching F1 while fucking taking it to the left.
Some dude went viral for playing. Chuck, what's the new gun game that you play? You score?
Warzone.
Yeah. Some dude played Warzone with a wheel.
Oh, I saw that.
Yeah, and he went viral.
He won.
And he went viral or some shit. So, Trey, you should do that.
All right. I mean, I'll do anything to go viral.
Yeah, I know.
All right, Chef, I'm going to need you to hit that motherfucking outro music as we get into the meat and potatoes. Behind the paywall with Trey Kerby on the only podcast that matters, Throwing Fits, baby.
Everybody know I'm better. Ay, yeah, I'm better. Ay, it don't matter. Ay, pockets fatter. Ay, nowadays I'm on my haters, they got sadder. Ay, that's money longer. Ay, different song, bruh. Ay, different producer. I can do anything and I won't lose her. She got right, winner left that loser. Ay, talking shit, boy, make me get my Ruger. Yeah, I sell my Ruger. All my niggas, they shooters. Rocking them grills all the way till my tooth hurt. Oh, he cold? Well, I swear that I'm cooler. That ain't no rolling, bitch, this is a Frank Mueller. Yeah, Frank Mueller. Boy, I start on the bottom, made my way to the top. Boy, I'm gon' keep winning.